Hello, everybody. Apologies for the slight delay, but we are live. Just a little late, but we're ready to roll. It is day 2 of the Rocket League World Cup on my channel. Thank you, everyone. Again, apologies for the delay. We'll see as people get in here. I am going to notify the Discord. Thank you again, everyone, for being so patient while we waited. And I'm going to get things rolling. So, first of all, let me get this link sent out to the Discord. How's everybody doing? Let me know how your day is going. First up is going to be Pakistan, the finish of Pakistan versus United States. Apologies, we had to cut that short the other day, but thankfully we should be able to finish it out real quick here, and then keep the tournament going. There we go. All right, the notification has been sent. So, a reminder today, we're going to be finishing out the World Cup. Let me get chat going. All right, got lots of people in chat. Welcome, Invincible, Fooney, DJ Vinji. Thank you, everybody. Apologies again on the delay, but we're going to get going here. We're going to get going. This is the bracket for anyone that isn't aware. We are in the middle of USA 1, the first seed for USA versus Pakistan. The series, USA is up 2-1, but Pakistan just won game 3. So I feel really bad that I'm cutting short Ashan in the chat. Welcome, Ashan. I feel bad I cut short their momentum off that win, but again, my apologies. But today, there will be no interruptions. We are set to run until this tournament ends. All right. We got a lot of people in chat. Thanks, everyone. Spamming in the chat. Let me get the right people in here. It was Hedge, and it was Twisted Tide. There we go. All right. Getting Hedge in here, getting Twisted Tide in here, and we're going to be set to finish off this series. Like I said, apologies again on that delay. Let me know, guys. I don't believe there's anything else I need to do, but really to just get us rolling. I think we can just roll straight into the matches. A couple things I want to do different today. Oh, I just realized my mic's getting high. I'm going to turn that down just a tad. There we go. What was I going to say? A couple things I'm going to do different. I saw these suggestions. Someone suggested this as well. So first of all, this isn't a suggestion. I need to remember, so chat, you have to help me remind me. I need to download the replays, because if I'm going to make a video out of this, especially once we get into the semis and the finals, I need to, don't forget the intro. I can do an introduction reminder, but welcome, Edwin. Welcome, everyone in the chat. But anyway, I've got to record or save the replays for the games, because that's going to be very important for making a video about this. And then more important, yeah, Twisted Tie, let me get you back in. And then more important, I'm going to be interviewing not the winners of the quarterfinals, but when we get to the semifinals, I want to interview the winner of each semifinal before, after their win, before we get into the grand final. If the players are all right, it could be a voice interview. It could also be a text interview if people aren't comfortable, or they can just decline. But hopefully they'd at least be willing to do a text interview. And again, reminder: we still have Pakistan, both USA players, Canada, England, and Saudi Arabia still in the tournament. And for England and Saudi Arabia, that is one of our semifinal matchups. So it'll be fascinating. We're all doing this to see who will be the very first AskPath 13 World Cup champion. Representing their nation. We'll see which nation comes out on top. You're interviewing me. All right. Interviewing me. But yeah, we'll do an interview. We got see you in the chat. So if both players are in, we should be ready to get rolling. Let me quickly change the view here. So I believe, oh, my face is in the wrong spot. Okay. Here we are. I'm a little bigger than I was the other day. OBS is weird, but we should be fine. Let me move this a bit. Now it's covering up my face, but we got the subscriber goal. Speaking of subscriber goal, I actually need to update that. Whoops, wrong thing. I'm clicking on my... There we go. Okay, so we've reached 425 subs somehow, by the way, overnight, which I really appreciate. Everyone that subscribed overnight, if any of you happen to be here, thank you very much. Let's say 430 for today. Let's see if we can hit 430. That would be super awesome. And I just realized there's a black screen. My apologies. Here, I should get the game up right about now. All right, and then I also need to update. Let me do a couple things. So we're going to get into private match, create private match, make sure the team settings, are still correct. Then I got to update Pakistan won a game at the very end there. Pakistan took a game. So again, apologies for starting mid-series, but we had to cut this one short the other day. let me see. Edwin says, Ashcrad, is there going to be another World Cup after this one? If I do another one, it would be 2v2 or 3v3. It would not be 1v1s again. But definitely planning on doing another one of these sometime in the future. Bigger than yesterday. Yes, my camera on the OBS was bigger. Let's see here. Jay says Mina domination coming up. Definitely possible. Apparently people are in voice chat. That's funny. You guys are all welcome to join. I'm not going to join. Maybe I'll join for a bit before the grand final. We'll get some crowd noise for the video. Actually, we can do that if you guys be willing. We'll just like have cheers for the video. But all right, let's get into this. If both players are ready, both ready. If everyone's ready, we'll get the game going. We'll get the game rolling. All right. Everyone is ready. Let's do this. Let's get it rolling. Here we are, guys. Getting into game 4. So, reminder, just to get everyone into the swing of things. This is USA. First took 2 games in a row. Hedge looking the dominant player. But then Twisted Tide took game 3, starting on the reverse sweep. Slow journey. It was an overtime goal to take the victory, a 0-second. I don't remember. Either way, it was a very close game. And it would be fantastic. Let's see how this game goes. Hedge, nice kickoff with Twisted Tide. Let's see what he can do here. I say nice kickoff, but he's on the defense. Twisted Tide gets a nice 50 there. Unfortunately, it's going to go back the other way. Pakistan, again, only has 1 game in the series, but it was the most recent game. They started to really turn things around. If they do lose this, I'll kind of feel bad because they might have needed that momentum of their win. No longer are they going to have momentum, but you can also say maybe Hedge going to start out cold here. Although that's not cold, that's goal 1. Hedge on the board first for Team USA. Just a nice simple shot here. Probably has to do with boost advantage. Twisted Tide, although they did seem to have, Pakistan had enough boost there to make the save. They just couldn't quite reach it. Very close. Welcome everyone new to the chat. This is World Cup Day 2. We're in the quarterfinals, and the winner of this match will play the winner of Canada versus USA 2 in the semifinals to make the grand final in the World Cup. And actually USA getting goal 2. I got mixed up there, but Hedge solo scoring for Team USA, getting them a second goal here. And with only 40 seconds off the clock, that's not what you wanted to see from Pakistan. But in Pakistan, in a positive note, they have a lot of time to come back in this game. And we actually did see them make a comeback multiple times in previous games, only managing to close out game 3. But in game 4 here, it's anyone's game. Certainly not out of the woods, our Team USA just yet. Yeah, we've got a lot of viewers very quickly here. Welcome to the World Cup, everybody. I'm sure some of you may be returning from our previous day. This is day 2 of the event. But if you're new, welcome. It's going to be a fun one here at 1v1 World Cup. We have, I think, 7 countries were represented in this event. 6 are still standing. And what's going to be fascinating here is to see or actually 5 are still standing, but it's going to be fascinating to see what Pakistan can do to make a comeback here. Because again, that's not a good start. A third goal for Team USA. And so a reminder, the trend in this tournament has been if you concede 3 goals, you do not win that game. The only player to buck that trend was Team England. A player called Fooney managed to come back in a game. They were down 3 goals and they managed to win that game in the final seconds. Yes, Edwin, this is the final day of the World Cup. We're going to go all the way to the grand final today and crown a champion. Very first champion. There wasn't an official prize, but I'll probably see if someone wants the winner wants something from my inventory if they are a PC player, but we'll figure that out. But more so than the prize, it's the honor of winning for your country, representing your country in this World Cup. There's a chance for Pakistan, but they can't quite sink it. Team USA gets away with that one. Hedge in the air now. Flipping around, flip reset potential, no, not quite, but they do get a land here, although they are beat by Twisted Tide. That's an opening, though. Twisted Tide making a mistake. Now he's forced into the save, and he can't get it. Team USA looking dominant. 4 goals, the better. And again, it just feels a little sad for Pakistan. Unfortunate. I feel bad that I cut off their momentum there with the break in the series. And again, my apologies to them. They really couldn't ride that momentum, but You know what? They have a chance here. Who needs momentum? Come back in this 2 minutes, 49 seconds. There's a lot of time. If they get a goal here, that'd be a nice start. Unfortunately, can't sink it. But 4 goals is not impossible. It's going to take a Hedge solo actually wasn't even back. They conceded. They gave up on that goal, but Pakistan couldn't quite sink it. They're going to need to sink this one, and they will. Twisted Tide gets Pakistan on the board. Only down 3 goals now. Well, let's see if they can make a comeback. Welcome, Edwin. You're from Romania. Edwin, I'm not streaming daily, so there definitely won't be a stream. Or I can tell you, also that's a Monday. There will not be a stream at this time. I usually don't stream this early, but maybe we can make that on Saturdays. Hedge giving up a goal. I'm kind of surprised here why they gave up 2 goals. DC. We good? Alright. I don't have anything in the rules for DC. Unfortunately, I think we just play on here. It looks like he will give Hedge the goal back, though. I think that was intentional from Pakistan. I'm not sure. Either way, they get the goal back. But yeah, Edwin, I'm on East Coast, United States East Coast time zone, so I will not usually be streaming at this time, except on weekends, like Saturday, Sunday. But good news is, every Thursday, well, you probably can't make the Thursday streams. I stream at night in my time. But if you can make this time Saturdays, I stream on Saturdays. So yeah, Edwin, we'll see if you can play in a future event. If you've joined the Discord, that's where I will be gathering people for events. And speaking of gathering, Twisted Tide gathers himself for a shot there, but can't quite put it in. It just pings off the crossbar. Again, only down 3 goals, but with 2 minutes to go, you're going to need to see Pakistan start to step it up soon, or USA is going to win this series. Hedge can't quite get it past Twisted Tide. And again, Hedge is actually one of 2 players representing Team USA. He is the first seed, though, of the 2 players. He's the higher ranked player. The other player, named This Is Oop, is expected, based on projected seeds, to lose their follow-up match. The following match, I should say, not follow-up, but following match to Team Canada. But speaking of Team USA, this is definitely a good showing for them, especially if Hedge closes out this game. Pakistan trying to make a comeback. Can Twisted Tide do it? 1 minute 30 now. Another 30 seconds have gone off the clock. They're still down 3 goals. Here's a chance, though. Oh, but they turned away. Hedge had a poor catch, but Twisted Tide just opted to go back on defense, and unfortunately, they will concede, but no, what a save out of Twisted Tide. Whether that's luck or skill, it does not matter. Pakistan keeps it out. Here, a Doomsday Dish, and it will! Twisted Tide with the Doomsday Dish sinks goal 3 for Pakistan. Nicely done here from Twisted Tide. They get it right in the net. And, a minute, 2 goals, certainly possible. Certainly still in the game. Twist the game in the chat. Hashtags repping Twisted Tide here. And although it's no longer up, there was a poll, and most people were voting for Hedge, voting for Team USA to win the series. Twisted Tide, a lot of people did not believe in the reverse sweep. Yet here we are, Twisted Tide putting up a fight, 2 goals down, a minute to go now. If they're going to get the reverse sweep, it's going to have to be quick. And that's another goal. That's good. That's exactly what you wanted to see if you're a fan of Pakistan here. They put another one on the board. And there's so much time. So much time. Lots of chances here for Twisted Tide, you have to imagine, to tie up the game. Hedge, meanwhile, going to be desperate to prevent that. They would hate to go to overtime. They lost the last overtime. So Team USA struggling in the overtime. Hedge trying to prevent that with another goal. Team USA puts that goal lead right back to 2. And again, I think if it does go to overtime, you probably favor Team Pakistan. So nicely done from Hedge to try and prevent that from being a reality. Let's see here. Twisted Tide still 48 seconds on the clock. More than enough time. But you're going to want to see kickoffs out of Pakistan. Poor kickoffs like that are not what you want to see with so little time on the clock. Hedge is going to get in a quick shot here, and it is a goal. And that's dangerous for Pakistan. 3 goals down to 7-4. Team USA, they might have won the game with that goal. Let's see here. What can Pakistan do with all the pressure on them? 39 seconds. They have to make a huge comeback. That's a decent kickoff, but if they can't get back to the ball, it will mean nothing. They do get back. They do beat Team USA, and that will be goal 5 for Twisted Tide. 31 seconds. We've had a flurry of scoring in this last minute, and you have to imagine that the flurry of scoring is going to lead to a comeback here, but you can't be sure. 31 seconds. What can Pakistan do? They still need another 2 goals after all of this. Oh, a delayed kickoff goes wayward, and USA gets goal 8. That's not what you want to see at Pakistan. Unfortunately, they tried the same kickoff strategy twice, and usually that doesn't work out for you. Twisted Tide going for the mind games. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out. Team USA now 3 goals up, 28 seconds. You have to imagine that's the game, but I said that last time, and Pakistan came out with a kickoff goal. Oh, unfortunately, no kickoff goal for Pakistan today. And in fact, Twisted Tide doesn't get the boost. A dangerous position. USA may score another goal here, make it 9. They don't, but they nab the boost, and that may be game 16 seconds. Twisted Tide has no time. Can he get it past Hedge? He managed to get the boost, but that's not enough. That won't be enough. Team USA is going to take this series and move on to the semifinals. Thank you very much to Twisted Tide for representing Pakistan in this event. He put up a valiant fight, taking game 3, but unfortunately he won't be able to take home the series. But again, he did not get swept. He put up a good effort here. Thanks again, Twisted Tide, for participating. He kind of fakes the kickoff there, and that will be a 10th goal for Team USA. Piling on the scoring is going to make this game look less close than it actually was. It was quite a close game. Only a 1-goal difference under a minute, but Hedge piles on the goals here at the end of it all. And in fact, he might pile on another one here, but no. Nicely done from Twisted Tide. GG's all around. GG's indeed. Well, they've both left. Thank you to both players. Hedge will be moving on to the semifinals. USA advances. So, thanks everyone for watching. We are far from over, though. We have an entire bracket to go through. So let me switch over to that view here. And as you can see, our next matchup is going to be Team Canada versus the 2nd seed out of USA. And while we're in a break here, I'm going to quickly double check if we've gained any subscribers. The subscriber goal today is 430. If you are a new viewer and you're enjoying the World Cup, I greatly appreciate it if you did subscribe. Completely optional, but it's completely free, and it helps me grow and it helps you get notified when I go live. So let's move USA 1 over here. Moving on to the next round. And the good news for USA 2 is now maybe a little less pressure. You know, they're one of the only player that has someone else representing their country, just because we couldn't find 8 countries at the start the other day. But let's get the players in here. It is going to be Frozo versus... This is Oof. Let me make sure they're on. They are on. So, or did I mention Oof? But they also go by This is Oof. So let's get both players in here. Let's make sure they're ready to roll, and we're gonna get right into our final quarterfinal of the day. Let me quickly update this to USA versus Canada. USA versus Canada quarterfinals. Welcome any new viewers. We're just about to get started here. USA versus Canada, or USA 2nd seed versus Canada. The favorite has to be Canada. They are the #1 overall seed going into this tournament. And let's see what they can do here. So, if all players are ready, let me ask if they are ready. And then I'm going to get the view switched here. And we're going to have to update the score bug. So, USA first took that game. So, we're going to update this to USA 2nd. Or actually, we're going to make this... Nah, I'll make it easy on myself. We'll make it USA 2nd. We'll be in blue. And we're going to have Canada in orange. So let me know in chat who you think's going to win. I'll get a poll going here in a second. But, you know, let me know which team you're rooting on, which team you think will come out on top. Will it be Team Canada or Team USA? Let me know your thoughts. In the meantime, I have a black screen again. My apologies. But we've got the game rolling. Let me check a couple things. We've got 14 people in chat. Thank you, everybody. We got DLWWRL. 4th, welcome to the chat. Welcome, Igor. Welcome, Edwin. I think I've already welcomed Edwin. Welcome, everybody. I just realized I forgot to save a replay. Gotta remember to save the replays. I am totally going to keep forgetting, but I'll try and remember. Let's get a poll going. Who wins? Who wins? Will it be Canada or USA 2nd? Let's get it going. Poll is in the chat. Let me know who you think is going to come out on top. And we're going to get this. Yep, everyone's ready. Sure. DFH Stadium. That will be our next stadium. So let's get this going. We're going to get DFH up here. I have to find it. There we go. DFH. And then we got to change this to USA 2nd and Canada. All right, ready to roll here. Team names, don't forget. I just did. Thanks for reminding me, Hedge. All right, let's roll. Oh, I should have asked. I believe USA East servers are all right, so we're just going to stick with USA East. Our next semifinal matchup will be England versus Saudi Arabia. That will probably be on European servers. We'll have to figure that out. In the meantime, or we might alternate, actually. We might alternate. But in the meantime, everyone's ready. We're in, and we're going to get rolling. This is Oof representing USA, and we've got Frozo representing Team Canada. Let's see what we got here. Frozo for Team Canada is the overall #1 seed. Starting off the scoring strong, showing exactly why he is the #1 overall seed. And interestingly, Frozo repping Saudi Arabia flag, but he is representing Team Canada in this event. I do believe maybe he has some ties to Saudi Arabia as well. We got a lot of Saudi Arabia and MENA fans in general for RLCS fans on this channel that also watch this channel. Oh, this is nearly getting a goal for himself. That would have been great for Team USA. Unfortunately, he can't quite get it done. Frozo, meanwhile, up a goal. Now he has boost and ball, and he might get another one here. Although, taking it a bit slow, perhaps feeling out his opponent. He does get beat by this Azuf, but this Azuf low on boost doesn't get a lot, and he does not get a save there. Frozo, a quick snapshot to get goal 2. Edwin, I don't usually stream on Fridays, but based on how successful these streams have been, honestly, I might start streaming more than just 2 days a week. But for now, it's just a couple days a week. Thursdays and Saturdays. Today I'm streaming on Sunday, but usually it's just Thursdays and Saturdays. Here we go, another chance for Frozo. And in fact, I think he's showing exactly why he is so highly rated coming into this event. He may get a goal 3 here, and he does. A nice pinch off the bar. Frozo putting on the heat early. And Team USA, they're going to have to come back quickly, or this game may be over before it's even really started. Frozo is Saudi 100%. Probably. Again, I asked him what it represented, and he is Canada, I do believe. But again, a lot of people, I have no idea. It's possible he's Saudi nationality living in Canada, or vice versa. Something like that. Let's see here. Frozo, what's he got going? Another chance at a goal, but he kind of gives the ball up to this is Oof. I think this is fair to say. There's a pretty clear skill disparity. I don't mean to be mean to this Azuf, but we do know their ranks. And I do believe Frozo is Grand Champ in ones, as evidenced by a nice flick there over the top of this Azuf. Meanwhile, this Azuf is Diamond in ones. So there is a bit of a gap, a skill gap, and that is evident. And this is why this is this USA's 2nd seed. So good news for Team USA. Hedge has already qualified for the semifinals. He will face off against Canada if Canada wins here. But on the other side of things, this Azuf certainly can fight back. And although it's unlikely, you can't give up. He's got a lot of fight left in him, and with 3 minutes 40 seconds, let's see what he can accomplish. Welcome, Famad, or Hussein, however you prefer to go by. Famad will be representing Saudi Arabia in the semifinals against England. That is our very next match. Both players, and now we know he's ready. That's awesome. He's from Canada, but he's just a TRK fanboy. I understand. Yeah, I gotcha. That's one of the cool things that I've always liked about how... at the time, Sandrock Gaming. I feel like Sandrock Gaming and even Falcons today have a lot of fans around the world, which is pretty cool to see. The Rock League's grown so international. You and TRK share the same tribe. Pretty cool. I don't know what tribe means in that context. Is that like family, or is that like just like where you're from, kind of historically? Tribe? I guess that's probably what it means. Your group, your like historical group of that live together. I don't know, maybe nomadic or not. I actually have no idea if they were nomadic or settled. Here we go. This is Oof. Gets the ball away from Frozo. Now I'm actually curious, Fama. Let me know what the tribe is that. Is that family? This is Oof. Finally does get a goal. Maybe setting up the Brazil, but either way, Team USA is on the board. I'm getting distracted by chat. Means where you're from. Gotcha. Oh, same surname. Interesting. But not family. I gotcha. Cool. Frozo gets a nice kickoff goal. Or is it a kickoff goal? They have to sink it, and they do. Nicely done. That does set up the Brazil here. And with 3 minutes to go, this is a lot of scoring, a lot of goals early from Team Canada. The rank disparity is full on display. Unfortunately, there is a lot of disparity here. But the good news is this is the highest ranked story. This was the overall #1 seed versus the 8th seed in the tournament. But, again, the good news, if you are rooting for Team USA, is they already have a player Hedge. Yeah, it's not scoreless. It's not scoreless. It says Hedge. Team USA does have a spot in the semifinals, so it probably will be a slaughter, as Chad is saying. Again, rank disparity on display. Frozo giving this Azuf the ball, and that might have cost him. He gives up another goal. Now, half the game to go, 2 minutes and 29 seconds. Now, if I was just watching this fresh, you think, oh, this Azuf has a chance here. Only down 5 goals. But based on what we know about the rank disparity and the way these games have been playing, I don't think anyone has come down from 5 goals and won a game. The only player to even come close to that was Team England. They came down from down 3 goals to win a game. Let's see here. What can Frozo do, though, to really finish the job, get the job done? This is Azuf. He doesn't want the job to be done, and he gets himself goal 3. Nicely done from this Azuf. USA, they're right back in it. Now, again, it is a long road, 4 goals, but the game's not over. It's not over mathematically, and this is Azuf. If he can get some kickoff goals, he can get himself a game, and he does! Oh, nearly a miss, but this is Azuf. Bangs it off the crossbar, bangs it off himself and into the net. That's a nice goal from Team USA, and suddenly we have a game here. 3 goals certainly possible. Again, we've seen it happen. Let's see here what we can get done. Welcome, Egg, in the chat. Welcome. Unfortunately, we already have all the players for this World Cup, Egg, but we have a player from England, so if you want to cheer on your fellow countrymen from England, stick around for the semifinals. England's already advanced to the semifinals. Let's see here what this Azuf can do. Team USA second seed. He might get himself a 5th goal. He has no boost, so he's got to shoot quickly, and he does! Team USA coming all the way back to just down 2 goals now. Again, this was a Brazil. Suddenly, Team USA is making a game. Let's see here. What can USA do? What can they accomplish in this quarterfinal matchup? Canada, the overall number one seed, suddenly USA's making a game, and if Canada is missing shots like that, it may remain a game. Frozo going all the way back to his side of the field. A bit of a dangerous play, but he does collect the boost and the ball. Now he's in the air dribble opportunity. Does he go for an air dribble bump? He doesn't need to. Frozo air dribbles it straight into the net. That's a 3-goal lead. Team USA was making the comeback, but now Canada showing their dominance. Yep, this is Fooney. Fooney in the chat is representing England. But speaking of representing their country, Canada, Frozo representing Canada here, coming up strong. But he's going to have to prevent this comeback. Although they did just concede a goal, Team USA still in the midst of a comeback. And you can't count him out just yet. Only 3 goals the difference. And with a bump play like that, it's certainly possible they'd score here, although they won't. And that may be a goal for Team Canada. But instead, Frozo just opts to take it to the sideball. Going for another air dribble. No, a flip reset. Double flip reset opportunity. And that will be a goal. What a shot out of Frozo. Perhaps our first double flip reset of the tournament. I don't recall if perhaps Team Saudi Arabia got one earlier. But either way, Frozo, a very nice goal. And that's going to be probably game. 4 goals the better. Now you have to imagine with a minute to go, that's probably the game for Canada. Let's see here if USA can make the craziest comeback of all time, but if not, it will be a game. It will be the game for Canada. And in fact, Dom getting another goal. Frozo, he also goes by goal 10 for Canada. Double digits with 53 seconds to go. A dominant game from him. He let USA back in, but then he shut the door for good. So again, nice plays here from Canada. It almost feels like he's toying with Team USA at this point. Again, it looked like the game was over, then suddenly he let USA back in, but he has slammed that door shut. And indeed, this may be how the rest of the series goes. You have to imagine it's probably going to be a sweep from Canada after what we've seen. He's styling on Team USA. He was going for another flip reset goal. More stylish play. A pogo, but he can't quite finish it. That would have been a freestyle goal for sure. For anyone that isn't aware, pogo is when you kind of like bounce off the floor but remain airborne. Like your car bounces off the floor but you remain airborne. Go for a goal. Frozo again trying off freestyle goal here. He's going for another pogo. Instead, he opts to just fake the flip reset, and he will score goal 11 for Team Canada. Again, well played from Frozo. He's toying with Team USA right now. Let's see how they can go. So Jay says permissible. You guys invited. Just trying to rock against your customs. Oh, you guys are doing customs. Nice, nice. One thing I had an idea to do is if I do start streaming extra days, not to get distracted from the match here, but this game is over. 0 seconds to remain, and that will be game Canada taking a game here. And I'm going to quickly point out 57% of chat voting for USA second. Maybe I didn't make it clear early enough. Even more now, 60% voting for USA second seed. I probably should have made it clearer. But, you know, Canada is the overall #1 seed coming into this, and they represent that with a nice Game 1 victory. The good news for USA is it was over and they fought back. And I know they ultimately did lose, but they came from a losing position to fight back. And that's a valiant effort. But I'm going to close this poll. 15 votes. Actually, I'll leave it rolling. But majority voting for USA second, but it is close, 60 to 40%. And again, if you are a new viewer, by the way, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good one. If you're interested, please do subscribe. It helps me grow. I'd really appreciate it. And also hopes you get notified when I go live. The goal today is 430. We are at 425 subscribers. I really appreciate it. But in the meantime, I got distracted. What I was saying is, in the future, we got a lot of USA chants in the chat from Hedge Solo. I usually just stream 2 days a week. If I up it to 3, what I might do is have an open match. So I would do a name and password match, but anyone in the chat would know the name and password, and people can just join and leave, and it would be some kind of wacky settings, and we'll just leave it running like that. That's what I might do in the future. Let me know if you'd be interested in that for, I don't know when I'd stream. Maybe we call it like Wacky Wednesdays or something and do it on Wednesday. I'll figure it out. Maybe Fridays. I'll figure it out. But while I'm distracted, Team USA with their first lead of the series, and I forgot to record the replay again. This is going to be bad. A nice goal here from This Is Oof. Team USA suddenly they've got a goal here. They've got a start to this. Nicely done. Well, let's see here though. What can Frozo do? What can Team Team Canada, what can they accomplish with when they have so they had such a dominant game 1, but they start off slow. And you know, you have to imagine Team USA, again, they are the underdogs, but if they ever were going to win a game, it would be after taking the lead like this. So it's a really good start for them, although they may concede here, and they do. Just about a minute into game 2, USA, they went from in the lead to tied. Canada ties it right back up. You have to imagine those kind of air dribble goals are going to be really hard for Team USA to stop. It does appear to be that This Is Oof can't really stop the aerial goals. He struggles in the air. That might have been a goal for USA, but unfortunately, This Is Oof couldn't make contact, and now it's down the other way. Canada nearly scoring. Instead, This Is Oof will boom it off the sidewall and then boom it down the field, but it's right to Frozo. Frozo, what can he accomplish? He's going to have an open net. This Is Oof went for boost. A bit of a mistake from Team USA. Canada right back up on top. Right back up on top. Not record. Well, it's not that I'm... It's not... No. Oh, boy, hit the wrong button. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I'm not recording. Obviously, the stream will be up. I can't record while I'm streaming. It would be too long a recording. But I'm trying to save the replay files. That's the thing. It'll be nice for a cinematic video to have the replay files. But speaking of replays, USA is going to need to get some replays of their own after the goals, because they're down a goal here. They're gonna have to make a comeback, and not only a comeback in the game, they're gonna have to make a comeback in the series. They're down a game right now, and you have to imagine this may. My goal, Invincible, is to make a video, a summary video from the tournament. We'll see how it goes. It depends. I'm not guaranteeing it'll be a video, but I anticipate making it a video. And USA making a goal here, nicely done from This Is Oof. Again, it kind of feels like Canada is toying with USA, especially off that weird bump situation. But it has to be said, you know, regardless of what the cause is, Team USA is fighting right back. They're fighting right back into it. And we'll have to see how it goes. Frozo, again, representing Team Canada. And you have to imagine it's gonna be rough if they can't make if they can't close out this game. Maybe that'll affect their mental. Speaking of closing out their game, Team USA is trying to do just that. Suddenly, This Is Oof scores a goal. Surprisingly for Canada, it kind of feels like he's playing down to the level of This Is Oof, but maybe that's what This Is Oof is doing. That's what he's doing to make this game winnable, is he's forcing Frozo to play to his level. But speaking of playing to his level, the kickoff goals are going to come to haunt Team USA as they concede another one. Concede another kickoff goal here. Frozo dominating off the kickoffs. And that's probably the biggest thing we need to see different out of Team USA, out of this Zoop, is I want to see him improve on those kickoffs. Yes, he's struggled on the defense. He struggled to make some saves, but that's not a huge deal. They were difficult saves to make. What is a huge deal is when you're conceding these kickoff goals, just got to have a cleaner kickoff, a faster kickoff. Speaking of fast, this is Zoop trying to be fast on this 50-50 opportunity. He does manage to get it, but with no boost, it's dangerous. It's bouncing down the other way. Frozo's going to get an aerial shot, going for a double tap. Does he sink it? He does. Frozo had an open net, opts for the double tap instead. Nicely played, though. Team Canada up a goal now. Their first lead of this game, and that's exactly what Team Canada needed. They were playing this game a little close. They're playing a little tough, but they do get it, and they managed to get it away. And speaking of getting it away, Canada will get a 2-goal lead here. Welcome, Suspect, in the chat. You get your hands up singing your song, and the butterflies fly away. Oh, yeah. That is a song. What is that? The Party in the USA song. Indeed, indeed. I don't even know if you can sing songs on stream, man. They're so, they'll demonetize you like that. Not that I'm even monetized in the first place. But let's see here. What can Team Canada do? They lose that kickoff. That's exactly what I want to see out of USA. Finally a 1 kickoff. But unfortunately, it doesn't result in much. Team Canada is going to get the ball and boost. Flip, reset, goal. It's easy for Canada. He does these all day, every day. Frozo, it's like the back of his, he knows these flip resets like the back of his hand. What's it called? Well, this is just, I don't think it's the name everyone calls it, but he knows that spot on the bottom of his car, that resets area, the button. Some people used to like to call it the reset button on the bottom of his car. He knows it like the back of his hand. He's just got those flip resets on command. Speaking of flip resets, he nearly gets flip reset off a weird flip. He catches the ball underneath his hood. That was a goal opportunity, but again, Canada kind of feels like he's playing with his food here. He kind of feels like he's toying around, going for crazy freestyle goals, and that freestyle opportunity will cost him. He concedes. USA hanging around here, only down 2 goals with a minute 38. This is Zouf. Is he taking advantage of the mistakes from Canada? Yes. But that's exactly what he should be doing. You cannot fault Team USA for keeping this game close, and if Canada's gonna mess around, that's what's gonna happen. The game is gonna be close here. This is Zouf trying to fight back into things. That's not a great kickoff, but it's not their worst kickoff either, especially if they collect the ball here. Unfortunately, they don't, but they do get the boost. Moving it over the head of Frozo. That was a shot opportunity. Instead, they opt to take it slow. I do like the slow play. Almost faking out Canada, but they can't quite get it away. And now Canada is going to get another air dribble. What can Frozo do? Flip, reset 1. Does he use it? No, he goes for the pogo. He still has the flip. Or actually, no, maybe he didn't get the flip because he didn't use it there. And instead, USA is going to get a bump opportunity. Can't quite make contact with the Canadian player. Frozo now, what can he do? On defense, Canadian again is the #1 overall seed of the tournament. He hasn't been playing like it this game, though. Only up 2 goals. He's been messing around. Yes, he's had some incredible goals, including this one, a double tap off the crossbar. Nicely done from Frozo. He knows how to dribble this in. Easy as pie. But despite the incredible, showy, flashy goals, this game is close. And for all the flash and flare for Frozo for Canada, he hasn't been able to pull away. Maybe he pulls away here, though, with the 4th goal, the difference, 8 goals to 4 now. And indeed, he is starting to pull away. Canada up 4 goals. 45 seconds. What can Frozo do to pile on the score more? Or will Team USA turn it around? There's not really enough time to make a huge comeback here, but it's technically possible. With a kickoff goal like that, though, Canada's probably going to take this game. You have to imagine we're looking at a reverse sweep from this Zoo. Reminder for any new viewers, this is a best of 5. Igor, I'm probably not going to do much after the World Cup. Maybe show match, probably. Nah, I probably won't do any show matches after the World Cup. We got quite a few matches to go. So that will probably be the end of the stream. But speaking of ending the stream, Team Canada trying to end this game with a bang. Unfortunately, USA is going to get the goal for the road, but it won't matter either way. With 13 seconds, the game's pretty much over for USA. They're going to be forced into a reverse sweep. Let's see, though, what they can accomplish here. A reminder, we are at 425 subscribers. Thank you again to everyone that have subscribed. The goal today is 430. If you are a new viewer, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Frozo's gonna go like he's going crazy. Yes, how many subs until you be monetized? So interestingly, that's a nice goal from this Zoo. Only 2 seconds, so it is over, but Team USA gets another one for the road. Maybe some momentum going into Game 3. A reverse sweep's a long road, but It all starts somewhere. Good question, Booney. 1,000 for ad revenue, which is a long way away. But I believe when I get to 500, I do believe I can get channel memberships. Which once we get there, if I do unlock channel memberships, I'm probably going to do away with the Patreon, and instead we would have channel memberships with reward. The reward being early access to videos, stuff like that. I believe YouTube supports that. So if that's possible, that'll be the thing I do next. At 500 subs, potentially we get channel memberships, which would be super cool. All right, that is the next game. I'm actually going to remember this time to save. So let me save the replay. This was game 2. USA. Second verse. Canada. All right. And then I need to update the score bug. Sorry about this, guys. We're going to take a second to go into this next game. Canada is now up 2 games, everybody. They can sweep here if they win this next one. USA forced into the reverse sweep. I'm going to end the poll here. Now more people voting for Canada, so now we're going to vote reverse sweep. Yes, no. Got the poll rolling. And we are going to go into the next game. Sorry ever for the players that I held them up a bit, but we're ready here. We're ready to roll. Ready to rumble. And let's see how we do with game 3. A good point in the chat from Flooney. This would be the very first reverse sweep. Sorry, reverse sweep. This would be the very first sweep of the tournament. It also, if it was a reverse sweep, would be the first reverse sweep. But if it is a sweep, it will be the first sweep of the tournament. Every series has had at least one goal, or one game for each team. But let's see here. Frozo, what can he do? Oh, nearly off the backboard. Canada would have started off with a bang there. Unfortunately, you can't quite finish it. Team USA trying to look for their second game in a row where they took the first goal. Unfortunately, Canada looks like they're going to walk this one in, and that will be goal 1 for Canada. Looking for the sweep here, nice and simple. Does Frozen want to make this? And for all the Canadians in the chat, that's probably what they're rooting for as well. I don't know if we have any other Canadians in the chat, but if you are, certainly you want this to be nice and easy. Simple sweep, move on to the semifinals. You want to believe? We got 75% of chat voting no for the reverse sweep, but at least one person voted yes. I can't see the exact numbers of the vote, just the percentages. Nicely done from This Is Zoop there. He gets a save. But with 4 minutes to go, saves aren't going to be enough here. He's going to need to score a goal. Oh, he actually gets another save. Oh, it's dangerous, but Frozo can't finish it. And now he's going to have to make a save down the other way. He challenges early. Instead, opts to go for a boost now. Frozo, oh, he's going to have to make a save here, and he does. But this is who, now he has to get back. Frozo off his own corner wall. That was a fascinating sequence of events. Both players forced to make saves. Neither can sink the shot. Flip reset potential for Frozo, but Canada doesn't sink it. And again, this is just a 1-goal difference. This is maybe the best This Is Oof has looked to start a game besides, well, last game he scored a goal early, but he's looked a bit better here to be, even though he conceded a goal. And speaking of looking the better, he actually demos Team Canada. I haven't mentioned it at all, but maybe that's where This Is Oof can change up the game. He's lost 2 games in a row. Maybe the difference maker will be demoing Team Canada. If he demos Frozo, that may be the difference. That may be what he needs to start getting some goals here to turn the series around. Go for a reverse sweep. So far, the hunt for a reverse sweep has gone unanswered in this tournament. We did have a player make it all the way to Game 5, but could not complete the reverse sweep. And I have to imagine that something similar will happen here. I have to imagine Frozo, Team Canada, will be able to close it out. Another Pogo opportunity. Can Frozo sink the Pogo? He does! It was a lofty shot, but it is a Pogo for Frozo. Nicely done. And that's a freestyle goal here. You have to imagine it was savable from This Is Oof, but tough save. He can't quite make it. And instead, Canada up 2 goals. Now, the good news for USA is they've got 2 minutes and 50 seconds, over half the game, and it's only 2 goals. But Canada trying to make it 3 here. Instead, he hits it up the sidewall. This is going to be forced on the defense yet again. Frozo really knows how to make the defense sweat here. He gets lots of shots on target, lots of deadly shots on target. And unfortunately for This Is Oof, he has not been able to save a lot of them. He may be able to get a goal here, though. Oh, unfortunately, no. It goes down to the other corner, and Frozo is likely going to get ball here. Let's see, what can Frozo do again? Only up 2 goals, but he is also up 2 games in the series. This could be our sweep. We have most people in chat believing that it isn't a reverse sweep. We actually have a decent, sizable 43% believing that it will be a reverse sweep. So a lot of people cheering on Team USA. The good news, if you're a Team USA fan, this is just the second team for USA. First Team USA is Hedge solo. He's already moved on to the semifinals and will face the winner of this match. So USA is still in the event, still in the tournament. And in fact, that's a goal opportunity for this Azuf. Will it be sunk? And it will. This Azuf gets the goal for USA. Only down 1 now with 1:42 to go. Nicely done off the sidewall, forced to make a in and out goal. He's in the net, comes out of the net, scores. Invincible says, me and Hussein went to game 5 and it wasn't reverse sweep contention. Oh, it wasn't reverse sweep. My apologies then. So we have had no reverse sweep, just 1 game from Pakistan. Here we go though. This Azuf gets another goal. Maybe USA is that first one. I mean, this is exactly what this Azuf has to do to win the game. A perfect kickoff, perfect execution. Gets the goal, ties the game up with 1:45. That's what you want to see out of Team USA. They're still in it. It's a long road. But 1 goal at a time, 1 game at a time. This Azuf can do it. Unfortunately, the 1 goal at a time is going to go the other way this time. Canada gets themselves goal 3. Frozo, he wants to call game. He wants this to be done and dusted. He wants the series to end, and so he gets a 3rd goal for Canada, puts them up by 1. Frozo, though, ooh, that was a risky play. Fakes the kickoff. Does manage to collect the corner boost and ball, but now he has to dribble it from his own corner. Can he go all the way? He does get it by the USA player, but now he's going to have an incredible angle. Flip reset. He does get the angle, but will it go in? No, this is Azuf, an incredible save. Nearly a goal for Canada, but now it's going to be a goal down the other way. Team USA is going to tie this right back up. 3 goals apiece. USA, they're not dying here. They're not going to roll over, give up, and die. They're fighting every breath, tooth and nail, to make this a game. And indeed they have 1 minute 17 seconds, all tied up. What do we got here? A sweep, or do we see the very start, the first game for USA? Unfortunately, a poor kickoff there for Team USA, but Canada can't quite get the ball. Here they do, though, and I know they have boost, so this is going to be deadly for USA, and it still is, but thankfully they get the boost. They gave up the ball, but Canada's going to take it from the sidewall. What does he got? Frozo, double flip reset, musty flick, fake. Instead, it's a fake. And USA, they have a breakaway opportunity here. Oh, a mixed touch from Canada. And he gets demoed for his troubles. USA on top the first time late in a game. USA has the lead. 48 seconds to go off the mistake from Frozo. He bumps USA into a clear. And unfortunately for Canada, they concede. Frozo, he's up 2 games in the series, but he may concede here, and all USA has to do is hold on. But for 48 seconds, that's a lot of time to hold on. When we've seen the mechanics, we've seen the showy, flashy plays from Canada. That's a mistake, though. He overcommits, and instead USA is going to get to clear it all the way down the field. With 35 seconds now, that's 10 seconds that USA managed to burn off the clock. 30 seconds. He's got the ball in his hood. He's got a flick, but it's too high. Canada overcommitted. Is that a goal down the other way? No. USA can't put it on target, but more time has burned off the clock. Only 20 seconds now, and USA is continuing to burn the time. This is Oof. He's got a goal. USA up to 18 seconds. This is Oof. He's got a miracle. He's done it the unthinkable. He's scored now up 5 goals to 3 on Team Canada, the overall number 1 seed going into this event. And it's just a game, but it's the start. It's the road to a reverse sweep, and it all begins here. This is Zoof. He's going to have the momentum going into the next game unless he gives up a gimme goal here. But with 11 seconds now, that is enough. This is looking like game here. Canada finally concedes a game. And in fact, USA may get another goal out of this. They don't quite. But Canada put up a great fight, but they couldn't close out the sweep. We have yet to see a sweep, and we won't see one here. Nicely played from USA second. They managed to take the game. So a lot of people in chat not believing in the reverse sweep, but for the few of you, the 33% that do, that's a bit of vindication here, as USA second do get themselves a game. And it has to be said, still the underdogs, but that's exactly what you want to see if you are a USA fan. And we're going to move into the next game here. That's the start. It's a start. Game 4 now. And again, if we go into game 5, I will swap it onto Champions Field. But in the meantime, we are into game 4. USA versus Canada. USA just won a game, but Canada's looked dominant in their victories. It was a close win for USA. The good news is it doesn't matter how much you lose by in the games you lose. All you have to do is win 3 games in the series, and you win. And you win the series. And you can win all 3 games by 1 goal. Speaking of 1 goal, Frozo is going to start off Canada with their first goal here, up 1-0 now. Frozo, a quick strike to the back corner. In fact, it was a pretty good placement. Actually, not corner, but nice central mid-central. And for this Azoof, it was too speedy to make a save. And that's the danger if you're Team USA. You know Frozo has the speed. He has the mechanics. If you're USA, you're going to have to make Frozo uncomfortable. Make him make some misses. Otherwise, you're going to struggle here, especially if you can get air dribbles like this. Canada showing off why he is the #1 overall seed here with a flashy second goal. Now, if you're in USA, you need to stem the bleeding here. You need to stem it quickly. You know Canada can pile on the goals. They did so in Game 1, and you don't want to see that happen again. USA got to stem the bleed early. Although they came back from a Brazil 5-7, brought it all the way to a 1-goal difference, or 6-7 even, brought it to a 1-goal difference. They couldn't quite take home that game. So again, if you're USA, you don't want to go in a hole early here, and unfortunately, that's exactly what's happening. Canada up 3-0. A nice shot from Frozo, just a quick beat though, not a lot to the shot, more to the cut to beat out the defender from USA. And unfortunately for USA, Canada might score another one here. Actually, can't quite put it in. But a nice job from Canada to win that kickoff. Now he's low on boost though. USA, oh, but they missed the corner boost. That's a deadly position for USA. If the ball gets past him here, Canada might have an open net. So this is who he actually doesn't. He nearly backed off. Instead, he goes for the challenge. This is the mistake I was talking about, though. No, Canada's going to get a free shot at net. Instead, they opt for the ceiling play. Let's see here. Ceiling shot potential. And they did indeed. Frozo, a brilliant ceiling shot to get goal 4. And you know what? This is kind of showing the levels here. Canada, I kind of mentioned it. They kind of were trolling a bit in that third game, and it came to bite them. They ended up losing that game. Now, though, they're not trolling anymore. They are here to play. They're piling on the goals here. They may get a 5th goal, but USA, a nice, brilliant save. Welcome, Shothead Plays. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back, I should say, to the stream. Frozo looking for 5th goal for Canada, and it will be this time off a USA mistake. Unfortunately, this Azoof just pinches it off the ceiling, can't get anything done, and Frozo will take that gimme goal nice and simple. Let's see here, though, a beat for Frozo. This may be goal 6 for Canada, and indeed it is. Piling on the goals here. This is, again, this is the levels coming to show. This is the skill gap between Frozo and USA. And I don't think he gave up a game on purpose, but it has to be said he was not playing to his full potential. Here, though, Frozo is leaving no holds barred. He is showing up, and he is shutting down on the flashy plays and going for simple goals. And honestly, that's kind of what you want to see. If Frozo goes for too much flashy stuff, that's when he misses. Here, another flashy opportunity, though, flip reset, and he does sink it. But again, a bit more awkward than it maybe had to be. We've seen the air dribbles be enough to get a goal, but instead of going for a traditional air dribble, instead Frozo goes for the flip reset. But why am I complaining? He is up 7 goals. This is exactly the situation Frozo wants to be in Canada, in a dominant position here. And a lot of it comes back to the kickoffs. Yes, there are the mechanics, the flashy plays for Canada, but when Frozo's getting kickoffs like that, he's not going to lose the series. Another goal for Canada, 8-0 now. They passed to Brazil by the wayside, and they said, nope, we're taking 8-0. And this may be the first shutout game. USA has scored in every game up to now, obviously including the game they won. But Canada looking off for a shutout, although there is a lot of time. 3 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock. USA probably going to get at least 1 goal. This may be the opportunity, but unfortunately a poor recovery from this Azoof does not allow him to score the goal. And in fact, he has to get back on defense. He has to get back to net. Pogo flip reset opportunity from Frozo. Unfortunately, he can't sink it. USA trying to go the other way. That's a pinch, but no, not on target. 3 minutes, under 3 minutes now, I should say. And again, 8 goals, the better, are Team Canada. So USA, the game is pretty much over unless they get a miracle going. And with this game, it will be the series. Canada will be moving on to the semifinals with a 9th goal, it's pretty sure to say. And when Canada does move on, if they move on, but it looks looking pretty confident that they will be facing the other USA player. Hedge Solo is who's in the chat cheering on USA right now. He's the other Team USA player. He is already waiting in the semifinals where he will play the winner of this. And on the other side of the bracket, which will be our very next match, we have England, Funi representing England versus Hussein, who also goes by Famad, representing Saudi Arabia. So it will be England versus Saudi Arabia, the winner of which will be in the grand finals facing USA or Canada. Speaking of Canada, they get a 10th goal. Nicely done from Frozo, now up 10-0. And in fact, this will only be a shutout. There is potential for not only double digits, we're on double digits. If Frozo keeps up this pace, we're looking at a 20-0 game based on the pace of play here. Not likely, but it is possible based on the pace they're at. Let's see if Frozo can keep it up. It would be a very dominant game, and in fact, it will be yet another goal for Frozo. He remains on that pace. Let's see what he can do. 11th goal for Canada. You have to imagine he lets off the gas at some point. But let's see what he's got. Oof. The comeback is technically still physically possible, but looking less and less likely. It would take a lot to come back down 11. I think it's fair to say pretty much impossible at this point. Double tap opportunity for Canada. Can't quite sink it. And you know, at this point, maybe if you're USA, you're just trying to get a goal for the road here. You don't want it to be a shutout. And speaking of shutouts, that is exactly what Frozo wants, as he piles on a 12th goal. Welcome in final bot. Welcome to the stream. Unfortunately, we already have all the players. We're about to move on to the semifinals. So we've done all the quarterfinals already. But I appreciate you being on the stream. And if you want to play in future events, you can check out the description of this live stream where I have my Discord link, and if you join the Discord, that's where I get players for this. And also you can subscribe, because I go live every Thursday and Saturday. Nice goal from Frozo. I go live every Thursday and Saturday doing events like this, so if you want to play in the future, definitely drop a subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Well, that's not really a good transition, speaking of subscribes, but you know, speaking of what people like to see, Frozo, if you're a Canada fan, this is exactly what I see. Up 13-0 now. He has just piled them on over and over. What a goal. And speaking of goals here, Frozo gets another one at 14 now. 14-0. I'll start skipping some of these replays. We're still at 425. The goal today is 430 subs. If you are a new viewer, I'd really appreciate it if you do subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Completely free, and it helped me grow. It helps you get notified when I go live. Again, if you're enjoying the content, I'd really appreciate it. This is Oof now. Again, he wants a goal for the road here. It may be 14-0, but Team USA, he scored it. He's got a game win here. Surely he can get a goal out of this. A minute 30 to go. Let's see what he can do. What's more dominant, this or you versus Jay? You know, Invincible, I truly don't know. But speaking of domination, Frozo, yet even more domination, 15-0. And again, on pace for that 20-0 scoreline. It would be pretty awkward for this Azoof. Frozo, though, it kind of feels like he truly was toying with his food, and now he's just not. He's not going to let it go. And with the 16th goal, that's exactly what it feels is happening. Let's see here. What can USA do to make a change, make a difference? 15-goal comeback. It would be interesting. Invincible, I do believe this is probably the most, well, it's definitely the most dominant 1v1 single game we've seen. Frozo looking for goal 17, and indeed, oh, not quite, a rare miss from Frozo. That might not be a miss, but actually it is off the sidewall. Frozo gonna back this one in, might get a goal here. Puts it down a long way. Nicely done from Frozo. Bats it all the way down. Flip, reset potential. Is this goal 17? No! What a save from USA, trying to prevent that 20-0. And indeed, he actually stopped the pace. I think Frozo's behind pace now. So will this game end 16-0? Let's see. This is Zoof trying to get at least one goal. Unfortunately, that's goal 17. 14 Canada. Very dominant game here from Canada. Truly looks like Frozo just leveled up. It has to be said, I think it's fair to say he was trolling in that game 3, and it cost him. He lost the game, but couldn't take the sweep, but he will take this game 4 in dominant fashion. Unfortunately, for everyone that voted yes on the reverse sweep, it will not come to fruition, and it won't even be close here with such a dominant scoreline. USA, do they get a goal for the road? No. 14 seconds to go. That may be the series. That may be the game with 0 goals for Team USA. 18-0 now, Canada. That's a dominant game if I've ever seen one. Another kickoff opportunity. One of the biggest differences in this game has been that USA has stopped winning kickoffs. I don't think this Zoop has won a single kickoff, as evidenced by another one kickoff by Canada, trying to go for a goal 19, and indeed he gets it, 19-0. Do we see 20? Let's see. Yeah, such a close game, Edwin. Indeed, very close. What a close series. I mean, and Hedge was saying it too. What a fight out of this Zoop. He put up such an effort, but unfortunately not enough. Just barely not enough in this game, you know. What a close game. It wasn't the kickoffs. I'm not kidding when I say that. I think kickoffs were the difference. Frozo is going to get 20-0. And in fact, with a second to go, I can't believe it. We do see the big 2-0. Unfortunate miss from this Azuf will give Frozo the 20th goal. Gifted on a silver platter, and he does not miss those. Nicely done. Next game is Saudi Arabia versus England. That will be our very next semifinal matchup right after this. And the ball is in the air. Frozo trying to keep it airborne instead. This Azuf will kill it. Canada take the series. Jeez. So nicely done from Frozo. He wins it for Canada. Thanks, this is Azuf, for participating, by the way, if you're listening. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you coming out and playing. I know it can't be, it's not always easy to come into these and play on stream, but I really do appreciate it. So thanks for playing. You put up a good fight. Alright, that's the replay saved. That's the game. We're going to exit to the main menu, and we're going to get the bracket right back up here. Here we go. Here's the bracket. Canada moving on. Let me show that visually. Whoops. Whoops. Lagging out here. There we go. Team Canada moving on to face USA 1. But first, we've got England versus Saudi Arabia. Let's see what they can do. England versus Saudi Arabia has to be said. And all these, by the way, are going to remain best of 5s. Rigged says Hedge. Well, the good news, Hedge, is you have a chance against Twisted, or who is it? You have a chance against Canada yourself. So let's see what happens here. In the meantime, what do we got to do? We got to close this poll out, and we got to get a new poll going, and we've got to get the game rolling. So let me get a new poll going here. Who wins? And it's England versus Saudi Arabia. There we go. A poll in the chat. Let me know who's going to take the victory, Saudi Arabia or England. In the meantime, let me get the players in here. Fortunately, Frozo, you're going to have to kick you for now. But let me get the players in here. We've got Mooney. I'm inviting him to the party. And we have got... Oh, is Famad online? Famad, are you in chat from mid? Oh, it's FD07. Sorry, I forgot. There we go. Perfect. Thanks for reminding me. Famad. All right. So we've got Funi, we've got Famad, and we've got a game on our hands. Let me get the view switched up for you guys. So again, this is the bracket. We're gonna swap over, but for anyone that's new that's watching, we're advanced to the semifinals. I'm gonna have to update the tagline here because now it is England versus Saudi Arabia semifinals. And we've already got a vote for England, a vote for Saudi Arabia, 50-50 for now. Let's see here what we can get done. And then I need to change this. Yep, and we're going to change this up. So let me update the score bug before we get started. Actually, I think England would fit better with orange. And then we're going to do blue, Saudi Arabia. We got England versus Saudi Arabia. And let me get the flags updated as well. And then we'll get rolling. Here we go. That is way too tiny. Alrighty. Then we got England. Boom. All right. It's good enough. Actually, a little too big. Make them more even. There we go. Looks good to me. And let me check our sub goal. Reminder, the goal is 430 subs. If you are enjoying the content, if you're enjoying the tournament, I really appreciate it if you would subscribe. Completely optional, but I'd really appreciate it. And let's get into the next one. So, reminder, this is going to be... we need to figure out servers. Server? Alright. EU it is. So we're going to do EU servers. I just asked the players. You can probably see. DFH Stadium. Alright. Knight. Alright. How many versions of DHH are there? Is Knight the traditional one? Manfield Knight? I don't know. We can do Manfield Knight because we just did DFH. Let me read chat. Sorry, I got distracted in chat. Let's see here. Edwin's free to play next weekend. I don't know if we're going to do 2v2 Cup next weekend, but I'll let you know. We're going to do something next weekend. It probably won't be back-to-back World Cup things. Invincible rooting on KSA, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I'm sure we have a lot of fans for them. Edwin says, Funi, good luck. Yeah, Edwin says, good luck, Funi. I believe Funi's still listening to the stream. Igor also cheering on Funi. We got a lot of fans both ways. All right, Manfield Knight. And then we're going to do EU servers. I almost forgot that. And we need to change the team names. So team settings. I think Canada was England. And then USA second was Arabia. And we should be all set here, everybody. Alrighty. Good luck. Have fun. Let's do it. Here we go, guys. Semi-final matchup. It is Saudi Arabia versus England. On one side, we have Famad representing Saudi Arabia. He beat Ireland to get to this stage. On the other side, we have England. England who beat the Netherlands to get to this stage. So both players have won themselves a match. They are here to play for a spot in the grand finals of the World Cup. Now let's see who comes out on top. Funi versus Famad again. England versus Saudi Arabia. And Saudi Arabia starts off with the first kickoff one. But Funi may collect the ball and boost here. Funi representing the Gen G decal. Now, there are some English players on Gen G, most notably apparently Jack, but also Nolly, although Nolly may no longer be on the team. That's a whole other thing. So representing their country a little bit with that decal here. And Famad representing Saudi Arabia no better way than the Saudi Arabia traditional Fennec. I don't know what it's called, but a lot of Saudi Arabian players use this Fennec setup. It is a very frequent decal. But speaking of frequent, Funi, frequent scorer here, gets himself a goal. That's an awkward transition, but who cares? Funi gets himself the first goal of the series, and it's a nice one. It's just over the top. He gets demoed for his trouble, but who cares? He got the goal, repping England in his banner, and indeed, that's exactly what you want to see if you're an English fan, or cheering on Funi either way, as Funi starts off our game here with a goal. Both these players are pretty evenly matched. I believe their ranks are pretty much the same. We'll have to see who can come out on top. It could certainly go either way. England starting off the scoring here. We also winning in the vote. 55% of chat voting for England. So there are quite a few fans of Saudi Arabia, quite a few fans of England. Let's see who can come out on top. We've got a lot of support for England in the chat. Igor, Edwin, and Suspect. And speaking of support, he's reveling in the support. It's Funi because he gets himself a second goal. Nicely done from England to get that second goal. Easy, simple, off the corner wall, and that's exactly what he wants to see. It's exactly what, if you're a fan of England, you want to see. Nice, simple, early goals. And speaking of early goals, I think if you're Famad, you're not out of it yet. Yes, it's bad. It's bad for Saudi Arabia to go down in the hole early, but it's only a couple goals. If he can start getting his kickoffs together, he can easily turn this game around. And if he does lose this game, he's got a lot of time to turn this series around. It is a best of 5, so it's not forever, but you can always drop a couple games. Reverse sweeps are no fun, but dropping a game isn't the end of the world. And Famad, he doesn't care about dropping a game. He is here to win this one with a goal like that. Now, it was savable. There was a chance here on the goal line for Funi for England, but he couldn't quite get the save, and that was all because of Famad's incredibly fast shot onto the net. England couldn't quite get the save. Well played, Famad. Nice goal there. from him. And in fact, he's going to get a boost and ball here. Has to return to the boost. A nice wall dash to get to the ball quicker. And that's going to be a snapshot saved by England. Another chance at net here. What can Saudi Arabia do with it? Not a lot. England's going to break away from their net. Fooney getting it off down a long way. And in fact, he's going to get their corner boost. No, a nice grab of that boost from Famad. And that's going to earn himself the ball back. England backs away after losing that boost. And in fact, it's an early flick from Saudi Arabia, but it does net him the corner boost. So perhaps he's playing the long game here. Unfortunately, couldn't play the long game good enough, and instead England's going to walk it all the way down the other way and get goal 3, back up to a 2-goal lead. Here is Fooney. And when just in the middle of the week, I don't have a set time I organize them. Sorry, I'm trying to get more organized as we go. This is probably the most organized I've ever been in an event, and it was still a mess. But speaking of mess, Famad does not want this to be a mess of a game. He has 2 goals to come back, and that's his goal here. Unintentional pun is to make that comeback. And speaking of comeback, oh, that save would have been critical. I thought he had a chance there on a breakaway. Instead, missing the save. England's up 3. This is Rocket League indeed, and it's certainly all right, Famad. Not a terrible miss, but a miss nonetheless. And unfortunately for him, that puts him down in a pretty deep hole with about half the game to go. 3 goals. Now, we have seen a player come back from down 3, but it was Fooney. It was England, the player he's facing. I don't believe Famad ever had to come back from down 3 goals, although he did lose a couple games. Let's see here what he can do. He went to game 5 against Ireland. He's going to want to make this a cleaner sheet against England, but a poor start may mean that he needs to see that game 5 again. Huge fake indeed. Indeed. Oh, here's a chance for Saudi Arabia. Can he get the quick goal? And he does. Famad gets that goal 2 with 2 minutes 13 to go. England, they're putting up a strong fight, but it hasn't been enough to get a clean victory here. They're conceding some goals. And indeed, if they concede a couple more, we could see an overtime. 2 minutes and 13 seconds is more than enough time for Saudi Arabia to make the comeback. But not with kickoffs like that. England, a very nice kickoff into the corner. And if Fooney can doomsday dish this in, he's going to have himself a goal. Nearly a goal, but instead a save from Saudi Arabia. But this follow-up save is not enough. 50 into the corner. England gets goal 5. Oh, yeah, unfortunate for Famad. He couldn't quite make good contact with the ball. He gets run up on the corner of the net. And that costs him another goal. Down 3 now, 2 minutes to go. Can Famad get the goal? Instead, he delays his kickoff. Fooney, England, gonna take the ball away. Instead, Famad, a perfect challenge. He gets the corner boost. He's gonna have another chance at net here. A high shot over the crossbar, but he catches the ball very nicely. Expertly done from Famad. He gets himself goal 3. Now, he made that a lot harder on himself than it had to be, in my opinion. He could have easily scored that earlier, but it doesn't matter. He made himself hard, but he still got the job done. He got goal 3. England is still up, but only 2 goals now. And in fact, Saudi Arabia, I think they've looked a little bit better on the kickoffs, and that's exactly where they're going to need to shine. If they shine on these kickoffs, they're going to come back in the series. That was a pretty neutral kickoff, but we're going to need to see more out of Saudi Arabia to take this game, and it will be a nice start to the series. Now, this is game 1 in series, by the way. Any new viewers, this is a best of 5, so no matter who wins here, the series is far from over. But you're certainly going to want game 1. It would be nice to get that early lead, and we'll see which team's going to come out with that. England's kind of just draining time here. Only a 2-goal lead, not a lot to be draining the clock with, but they're playing time. It looks to be said Fooney playing for that winning position. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia with a minute 12 to go, only 2 goals down. They're not playing for time. They have to score with time remaining. Oh, nearly a demo on Fooney, but that may be costly. The demo opportunity missed, and instead England will score the other way. Just a minute to go. 3 goals the better now are England, 6-3 up. And that may be the seal. That may be the end of the game here. Unless Saudi Arabia gets some magic going, that's going to be game. 3 goals the difference. Saudi Arabia have to do something, and they have to do it quick. What can he do? Famad going up the sidewall again, down 3 goals, but a nice flip reset potential here would be cool. He gets the flip reset, but he doesn't use it properly. Instead, England going to get another goal, and they will. 7 goals to 3, 4 goals the better. England are dominating this game 1, and it was close for quite a while, but right at the end here, England has pulled away. They have looked the better, and they're going to go into game 2 up a game. Now, again, it is a best of 7, far from over, But if you're Saudi Arabia, you're going to need a change up in the next game. I don't think you can keep this same game plan and beat Funi. Unfortunately, the style of play Famad's got going requires more kickoff goals, and he hasn't been able to acquire them. That's a nice demo goal, though, if he can sink it, and indeed he will. Nice from Famad, but with 3 goals down, I don't think 22 seconds is enough time. We'll see here. Saudi Arabia, 22 seconds. He's got to get an immediate goal. Immediate, or this game is over. And in fact, that's a deadlock. And if that's no goal, and it is no goal, that's going to be game. England got themselves a nice lead, and they held on to it. Just a solid holding the line from England. They kind of parked the bus a bit too early, in my opinion. I think they should have been a bit more aggressive earlier on. But once they got that 3-goal lead, they quite literally parked the bus, held on to it, and Saudi Arabia could do little to make the comeback. Nicely done from England. They get game 1. And speaking of England, 50% of chat. We have 12 votes, 6 each way for England and Saudi Arabia. People aren't confident. People don't know which way it will go, and I do think that's accurate for the skill level in this series. Both teams pretty equally matched. England, though, has taken game 1. And we're going to move right on to game 2. Let's see here what they can accomplish. I'll try and remember, Edwin. I think I see you on the side. I'll add you after this. But we're going to go into game 2 here. England is up a game. Welcome to any new viewers. We're into game 2 of the semifinal matchup, England versus Saudi Arabia. The winner of this match will advance to the grand finals, where they have a chance to win the World Cup for their nation. Again, England versus Saudi Arabia. On the other side, we have USA versus Canada. And it's going to remain to be seen here who can make the grand finals from this half of the bracket. Split up by server. We're going to have to move on from European servers after this. The winner of this match will play in the grand finals, and it will be alternating, but the advantage will go to the North American servers. We'll have to see what happens here. Here's a nice air dribble opportunity from Famad. He had enough boost, but he didn't really go for anything flashy, anything super special, instead opting to just power into a 50, and that 50 was lost. And now Funi is going to get the ball for England, and in fact, this could be a goal conceded for Saudi Arabia, but no, a miss from England, and instead Famad's going to get a chance to dribble this down the field, another air dribble opportunity. Instead, he opts for a ground bounce dribble, I should say. Flip reset, used, but just for a wave dash, and instead, England's going to break away. So, a minute gone in this game. Just nice and simple. I think both players aren't stretching too far. They're playing very defensive, very safe, you know. They're playing conservatively. And I think it has to be said, if you're Saudi Arabia, you're going to have to step it up. And here we go, a nice goal from Famad. Maybe the conservative play is actually what he needed. I would have thought he needed to play more aggressive, but instead he plays more conservative. He takes it more safe approach. And that safe approach nets him a goal. About a minute 20 seconds in, minute 13 seconds in, he gets himself a goal. That's exactly what you want to see from Saudi Arabia. I believe their first lead of the series. Well played from Famad. He's going to be right back on the defensive half, though. He has to make a stop here. And instead, Funi will get a goal from England, but Famad tries for the save, but it's not enough. England ties this right back up. Speaking of England, they are now ahead in the vote. 57% of chatters are voting for England to win the series. And up a game, you understand why. For a second there, it was looking good for Saudi Arabia. Unfortunately, they do concede a goal. And Famad, he's going to have to score at least one more to win this game. Now, you know there's going to be more. Ones is a very high-scoring type of game mode, and this series has been high-scoring. But Famad, this is exactly the high-scoring octane offense you want to see. He gets another one. 2 goals. Now, as I'm talking about how this will be high-scoring, he gets himself a goal. Well played, Famad. A nice dunk, nice goal. Saudi Arabia is not going to go down without a fight in this series. Let's see here, Famad again versus Funi. Funi kind of wins that kickoff, but they have no boost for England. They're going to take it to the corner, grab the boost. Famad beats them. A bit of a misplay from England. They took it a bit too slow, going for boost when they should have lined up for a 50-50 instead. And Famad, he got the mid boost, so this is going to give him ball possession. Funi forced into a save. Oh, and they go for the save, but there was no shot. It bounces off the crossbar. Instead, Funi now has to challenge the ball after the fact. Flip reset opportunity. It is used, but it pinches back the other way. Famad couldn't get anything done. He's going to have to get a toucher, and he does. A nice beat on England. And now he's trying to go for the ball. A nice quick play. This could be an open net, but he's got to get a snapshot. He does, but it's just on target, and it is Famad getting goal 3 for Saudi Arabia. Nicely played for Famad, and indeed, this is a pretty good goal to get now 2 goals in the lead, his largest lead of the series. And if he can hold on to this lead, he will win the game. He's going to move on to the grand finals. Let's see here what can be done for Famad and Funi. A nice feat from Famad into the corner. Funi hitting it up, hitting the cross. Funi beats one. He might get a goal for England here, and indeed, will it be? It is a goal for Funi, a goal for England. Only down 1 now off the beat. Just a nice pop over the player. Now, as we said, Saudi Arabia, he's been winning a lot of those challenges. He's been early challenging a lot. England might have read into that and start flicking the ball early to counteract the rushes that Saudi Arabia, the aggressive play style from Famad. An interesting note, we'll see how Famad reacts. Will he get a little more conservative like the start of this game? Stop playing so aggressive. He doesn't need any aggression here, though. Just a nice, simple flick. Obviously a nice shot, but it wasn't aggressive. It was just a perfect mechanical flick into the corner, and Funi was nowhere. Nowhere to be seen, not enough for a goal. Nicely done yet. Jay in chat saying he starts slow. I just realized I've been missing out in chat, but indeed, chat, there is a lot going on here. A lot to be said for these players, and we'll have to see what they can accomplish in this coming game. Best of 7 would be sick. Indeed, it would be, but we're not going to do it today. I'm not going to have enough time. And in the interest of time, we're going to do best of 5s. It is a 1v1, so I think it's not too terrible. Because a lot of 1v1s, you know pretty early. Obviously, best of 7 reverse sweep, very unlikely, kind of. That's what I'm getting at. We haven't had a sweep, though. But speaking of not having a sweep, Famad trying to prevent a sweep here, and he is up in this game. A minute 30 to go. England is going to drop a game unless they can turn this around. They do collect that mid boost. Do they get a shot here? They will, and they will score. Funi, nice goal. With a minute 20, they get goal 3. England trying to tie this game right back up. Saudi Arabia trying to prevent it. Best of 7 for the finals to hype it up a bit. I'll think about it, but I want to try and see if we can wrap this up sooner than later. We'll see. Well, it depends. Famad, what's he got? Air dribble bump, and that's exactly what this octave order. Nicely done from Famad. If you're a Saudi Arabia fan, that's perfect play. You want to see the aggression in it when it's working, and it works out perfectly there. A 2-goal lead now with only a minute 11 to go. That's might be the lead that Saudi Arabia needs to hold on to this victory. And indeed, with a minute 10, all they got to do is hold on to this 2-goal lead. They can even give one up now. That's a nice insurance goal is what we call it from Famad to give himself some room for error. And speaking of room for error, Funi has little room for error with this flip reset from Famad. Unfortunately, Famad goes for a pogo, perhaps unnecessarily, and Funi does see the ball away, even though he missed it. And speaking of missing, he can't miss this shot here. He's got to get it on target. Does he? He does. Going for the bump, but he couldn't get the bump. So the ball was on target, but saved away by Famad. Famad now walking it across his own backboard. Does he go for a pinch here? No. Instead, he goes for an air dribble. Can't beat Funi, though. Funi gets the ball away, and he might get a goal here. Indeed, England hitting it off the backboard. It's not a shot opportunity. Famad, what can he do? An early flip. A goal opportunity for Saudi Arabia, and it will be 6-3 for Famad for Saudi Arabia. They're likely to take this game too, especially with only 23 seconds on the clock. This kickoff will be everything here. And indeed, a kill is likely enough. Famad winning this game for his team, for his country, I should say, for Team Saudi Arabia. And indeed, they're going to go up, or not go up, but they're going to tie this series right back up at 1 game apiece. Nicely done, exactly what you wanted to see. Saudi Arabia putting up a good fight here. Much better than last game. Last game, they didn't look as good. This game, oh, here a double flip reset opportunity, but no. Saudi Arabia take the game 6-3. Call DJ Vinci, Dom or Frozo. Why? Alright, here we go. Funi left. Car change. Okay, he should be able to get back in. So I'm going to quickly change up the score here. The score bug. We're going to be at 1-1. Saudi Arabia getting a game on the board. Welcome to any new viewers. Saudi Arabia ties this up with England. And again, The winner of this will be in the grand final. And we'll have to see who that can be. Alright, they're all ready. Ready to roll. Getting into game 3 here, all tied up. Let's see, can England turn things back around, get game 3, or will Saudi Arabia keep on the streak and win another game? Let's see what we got here. Both players are in. The game is starting. Game 3, Saudi Arabia versus England. Saudi Arabia coming off a win, but England won game 1, so we're all tied up. Let's see here what these players, what these teams can do. Well, they're teams of one, but they are teams. Team Saudi Arabia versus Team England, looking to be in the grand finals to face the winner of Canada versus USA. And Saudi Arabia start off with a bang. A goal here for Pramod off a nice beat. This is exactly the play that saw England score in last game. Just too much aggression out of England, and Famad reads it perfectly and gets himself a goal. Well played from Famad, well played from Saudi Arabia. You want a rematch? We can do, yeah, you can do a rematch in the future. Obviously not in this tournament. Couldn't imagine being him, says DJ Vinci. Talking about Dom. You know, Frozo is the representative for Team Canada, is in this tournament, and he is the #1 overall seed, although for moments he didn't look quite that like that #1 seed against Team USA's second seed. We'll see how that goes against the first seed. But speaking of being first seed, both these players, one of among the strongest in their region in my viewership. But interestingly, Saudi Arabia, we've had some high SSL players from Saudi Arabia on the stream in the past. This time around, I believe he is GC in ones, or well, GC in general, maybe Champ 3 in ones. I forget exactly what. But speaking of being a high-level player, that's a high-level play. A demo out of Faman, and it's going to get him goal 2. A minute gone now. Saudi Arabia up 2 goals. That's exactly what the Saudi Arabian fans would be looking for. Exactly what Faman was trying to accomplish when he started out here. And he gets himself the lead. Let me know in chat. I know we still have a majority of the 15 votes in chat going England's way, but 40% of chat voted for Saudi Arabia. Let me know who you're supporting in the chat. Let me know. Let me see those spams. We got England spams, Saudi Arabia spams, or KSA spams. Let me know in chat who you going on for. Wait, he is? DJ Vinci is Dom Frozo? Wait, does he have 2 accounts? I thought he had Frozo, a YouTube account called Frozo. Me over Funi. Interesting. KSA on top. We got a KSA fan in the chat. And speaking of being a KSA fan, Famad gets himself a 3rd goal. Saudi Arabia up 3-1 now. And if they win this game, they'll be up 2 games to 1 in the series. I see, Invincible. I see. You know, that's funny because I thought they were different people. Nicely done here. Funi versus Famad. What can they do? Famad gets the ball away. And in fact, into the sidewall. On the ground now. What's he got? A nice 50. And in fact, that may be goal 4 for Saudi Arabia. And it is. Funi, unfortunately, won game 1. But England has not looked as good since. They are struggling here. Not a great look. And that's another goal. 5-3. Oh, nice. Nice. Speaking of being 5-3, I believe, Invincible, who did you play? Did you play Saudi Arabia? Was that your match? Or did you not play in this event? Famad looking for another goal. Can't quite sink it. Funi is going to go down the other way. And England's going to get a goal here. Nicely done from England. Still down 2 goals, but they have a lot of time. 3 minutes on the clock to make a comeback. So it's certainly still possible. Not unheard of. Oh, I hit the wrong button. But that's fine. We'll see the score and boost here in the bottom right corner. Let me know in chat again who you're rooting for. We got Famad and Funi. A lot of people on both sides. England down in this game, but if they can score here, it'll be nice. Not quite. Gotcha, Invincible. It's a very close match, and speaking of close matches, Famad doesn't want this one to be close, and he gets himself another goal. 5-2. He might win game 2 here, or 3, sorry, and get himself up 2 games to 1 on the scoreboard. A nice play from Famad. Apologies while I'm eating them. I'm just hungry. Here we go. A chance for Famad. Not quite, not quite. There we go. The demo will open up a goal opportunity, and Famad takes it. 6-2 now. Saudi Arabia is rolling here. They're rolling here. And if they keep this up, they're going to be up 2-1 in the series, looking to be on to win. You'll be on match point. Made a piece of pizza. But let's see what Famad can do. People in chat talking about their 1v1s, their previous 1v1s. We got a lot of personalities in the chat. We're gonna have to probably get some beef show matches going. If people got beef in the chat. Pizza for breakfast. It is technically lunchtime, but this is my breakfast. Funny enough, I just didn't eat breakfast. But it is noon where I'm at. So, ooh, here we go. A nice goal from Famad, and that's. I mean, he was winning by a lot, but this is where it starts to get a bit ugly here. 5 goals the better on England now. He's piling them on. And even though there's 2 minutes to go, you have to imagine that's enough. Saudi Arabia might be taking this game. I don't think he needs to score another goal. He obviously is going to try to, though. Famad off the kickoff, can't get the ball, though. Fooney is going to take it away. Nicely done from Saudi Arabia. A chance here to score, but he misses to the left. Fooney, what can he do? Not a lot. Instead, being bullied around by Famad, but Famad can't quite get a goal there. He's still up 5 goals with a minute 30 to go. Not too pressed at all to score one here. A burning clock away. Fooney, that was an open net opportunity for England, but he couldn't quite close it. And speaking of open net opportunities, this is not an open net. Famad with a brilliant save, and it might go all the way in on the other end. Nearly, but it's enough for Famad to sink the follow-up double tap. Nice from Famad, but really, this play all stemmed from that save. That was a brilliant save. Truly brilliance from Famad. Obviously, he scores the goal, but the goal was a tap-in off of his own brilliant save in the corner there. Nearly a goal for England. Instead, it's a 2-point swing as Saudi Arabia gets one the other way, and he's up 8-2. This game's pretty much over. Fooney's going to have to win 2 games in a row. England's going to have to win the next 2 games to win. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia, all they got to do is take one more game and they've won the series. They're going to be on match point after this. Indeed, Rosie, this one's not being close, this game, but this, I mean, both teams have won a game so far. We're going to be going on to match point after this. Let's see here. 55% of chat now. 20 votes, 55% in favor of Saudi Arabia, only 45 for England. It's swift back and forth, but now it's looking like people are favoring Saudi Arabia when they come into the chat. By the way, if you are a new viewer, welcome. I hope you're having a great day. We're in the middle of this World Cup tournament. This is the semifinals. The winner of this will be in the grand finals versus the winner of USA versus Canada. All these players have already won a match in the quarterfinals, and they're here in the semifinals now because they won that first match. Let's hear a pogo opportunity for Famad. He can't quite sink it, but that's pretty much game. Fooney has given up. He is turtling and swirling around. He's going to get demoed for his troubles by Famad, who might get a goal here for the road. And indeed, Famad, the BM, to demo, goal for a goal with 1 second on the clock, up 9-2. Edwin, I'm sorry, I'm not going to let people join to spectate, just to keep things simple. My apologies. Invincible, I am Pakistani. Never knew that. You're half and half. Oh, interesting, interesting. But nicely done here, and that will be the game. Saudi Arabia taking the lead here in the series. And if they keep up this performance, they will take home the series. That was pretty dominant. So let me say match point. Oops. Match point. Oops. Points. I can't talk through what I'm saying, or it'll come out wrong when I'm typing. But here we go. Let me update the score bug really quick. Saudi Arabia is now up 2-1. And they are on match point. By the way, this is best of 5 to make the grand final. If Saudi Arabia wins this next game, the series is over. It's over, and we're going to end that first poll. We're going to start a new poll. Can England come from behind to win the series? Here we go. New poll in chat. It's not a reverse sweep, but we're going to do a similar poll. And let me double check Yes, I have updated the scorebook. Sorry. All right, we're ready to roll. Going into the next game here. Oh. Got to save the replay. I got to save the next one. That's all right here. We're moving into the next game. Saudi Arabia versus England. Did he leave, Funi? Here we go. Funi versus Famad. Game 4. Again, this can be a 3-1 end here, or do the gentleman reverse sweep. I don't think it's even a gentleman's reverse sweep. It would be a gentleman's sweep if it was, or whatever. I don't know what that, if there's a reverse sweep version of that. But Famad, here we go. He gave up a game, but now he's got 2 in a row. England's going to have to make a comeback. Into the corner. Rosie says, been there. Where did you go a few times that they were selling a Rolls Royce with the #1 plate? License plate costs more than the car. Whoa, here's a chance for England, and it will be a goal. Starting off with a bang here. Changed up their entire decal of their car. They've got the Vitality goal explosion, repping the world champions in their goal explosion, and then maybe that's what Funi needs. A brilliant goal there to start off this game 4 with a win. I'm trying to remain impartial, Edwin, but you're welcome to cheer on Funi all you want. Nicely done, it has to be said, from England to really bounce back from that. That was probably a devastating loss, but to come out with the first goal is good for England. You have to imagine, it helps reset the mental a bit. Here, though, Saudi Arabia, they're not going to want to give up more than 1 goal. Famad, after such a great Game 3, certainly he doesn't want to give up Game 4, but he won't concede there. Nearly concede. He should get a goal down the other way. England nearly getting a 2-goal lead instead. The game's tied up. Unfortunate for England, but they do get the game tied right back up. All their hard work undone. Pretty neutral kickoff, but it does see slight advantage Saudi Arabia. With that boost grab, it's a huge advantage Saudi Arabia, and that's probably going to be a goal. But no, a miss. England, is it an open net the other way? No, Saudi Arabia gets back. Nearly a goals both ways off the mistakes of both players. Here, oh, Funi jumps too soon, and now Saudi Arabia is going to get a lead here. Famad, he's piling on the goals. He's not getting stopped. A minute 30 gone by. He's already got 2, up 1 goal. Oh, up a goal in the 2-1 series so far. Let's see here, though. What can Funi do? What can England do to come back in the game, come back in the series? Got to make the comeback. Funi, a nice touch. Famad to the corner. That's a flip reset, but it's pretty unnecessary. Saudi Arabia could have went for a more traditional goal there, I think, with a higher chance of converting. Instead, now he's back on defense. Although he does get it past Funi, but Funi's going to get the mid boost. A pinch from Famad, but he's not going to get a lot done. Instead, he's going to go back to his own corner. England going to get a chance at net here. Do they get it past Saudi Arabia? No. Saudi Arabia, a nice dunk. 2 minutes, 46 seconds to go. Saudi Arabia is holding on to a lead, but it is very tenuous. Just a single goal. And in fact, England may tie up the series right here. And they do. Funi, a quick snapshot, ties this right back up. I'm eating a piece of pizza, everybody. Nice goal from Funi. England not giving up without a fight. Reminder, Saudi Arabia is on match point. If they win this game, the series is over. They move on to the grand finals. England, if they win this, we see Champions Field Game 5. Saudi Arabia nearly a double save out of England, though. What a save. Back-to-back save, but he's still on low boost. Funi, what can he got? I think he got corner boost. And indeed, it's another dangerous look. It's nearly another goal for Saudi Arabia. Instead, he can't sink it. But that's a mistake from England, nearly conceding there. Instead, they pinch it away. Both multiple deadly looks from Saudi Arabia, but he can't sink a single one of them. And now he's kind of giving the ball away potentially to England, but no. He manages to get the boost, bumped out of the way, gonna have to recover quickly here. And he does, moving it down to his side of the field, collecting the corner boost. Mod stealing shot opportunity, instead opts to just wait on the ball. But he is challenged early by England. England, doesn't go for a bump. Instead, they're going to concede a goal here off that. Just waiting for the ball to roll a bit. A bit of a misplay from Fumi. They had an opportunity to go for a bump or go for the ball. Instead, sitting back, Saudi Arabia up a goal. And again, if they hold on to this lead, just one goal, but that's all they need. If they hold on here with a minute 18 to go, Saudi Arabia will take the series. It's a chicken pizza, by the way. I also forgot to mention that from the Suzuki. I like pineapple on pizza. Yeah, what's wrong with that, guys? There's nothing wrong with pineapple on pizza. As long as it's accompanied by ham. Or, well, it doesn't even have to be ham. Or bacon. A nice flip from here. Funi can't quite put it on. 52 seconds to go, and it's not going to be enough here for Saudi Arabia, or sorry, for England if they can't get a goal in Saudi Arabia. And in fact, Saudi Arabia is going to get another goal. That could be the series of Famad's trying to get to that grand final. And in fact, he very well may with this goal. A brilliant goal from him. Unfortunately for England, it's not enough. I'm going to need to see a psychiatrist. Guys, I'm not insane. There's nothing wrong with pineapple on pizza. Here we go. 30 seconds to go. That demo could be game, but Famad takes his time. A bit of a mistake. Funi's going to be able to get the boost back. But with 15 seconds, he's got to score quick. And he doesn't. 10 seconds to go. Desperation measures, and that's going to be game. Unless he gets a quick goal here. England, it's not over. He's got to go quick, though. With 1 second on the clock, Funi scores. It's not over, okay? It's not zero, pretty much no time. But England, all he has to do is keep the ball near, score it in the net, and we will see overtime. The series, it's not quite over. 1 second, what can Funi do? Nothing. And Saudi Arabia will take the game. GG's in the chat. GG's. GG's in the chat. Now, Famad, let me know, Famad, if you're interested in an interview. It can be a text interview, or it can be a voice interview. Let me know if you're interested in an interview, Famad. GG's. Famad, I don't know if you're hearing this, but if you are interested in an interview, we can do an interview real quick before we move on to our next semifinal. Let me know. But in the meantime, let me change the view here. And we're going to end that poll. Most people said no, and that was correct. That was correct. Let me change, the view here. We got OBS going. Wouldn't mind a text? All right, I'll do a text interview in a moment. I've got you already on Discord. So, or actually, you can probably just respond in chat, right? Why do you always start off so slow? Yeah, that's a good question, Mamad. Why don't you answer your own question? Why do you always start off so slow? But yeah, congratulations, Famad. Our first grand finalist moving on to the grand final. And thank you again, Funi, for playing. I appreciate everyone that volunteers to play. Funi did get a victory. He moved on to the semifinals after beating Netherlands. So he didn't go home winless. But thank you very much, Funi. And thank you as well, Famad, for agreeing to the interview. So, Famad, if you just want to answer in chat, that way everyone can see, let me know. First off, yeah, why did you start not only the series slow by losing game one, but in the games you definitely seemed to play more conservative and then get more aggressive as each game went on. So, was that intentional? And then why? If it is, why? Oh, I meant to change. Here we go. Here's a good view. Saudi Arabia moving on to the grand finals. Maybe he answered on Discord. Let me check. Nope. Mod, can you see this? Can you hear me? Well, it's going to be a short interview. That's all right if you can't hear me or there we go. It's nerves. No, yeah, no worries if you're taking time to answer, by the way. I feel bad rushing you now. At the start of every series, your confidence isn't great. I gotcha. Well, you should have been confident. You were playing very well, especially at the end. But I understand. I'm not, that sounds mean. I gotcha, the nerves. It definitely can be a lot. In fact, I mean, especially on stream, which why I really appreciate everyone that volunteers to play. Certainly, I'm sure there's an extra bit of pressure knowing that it's not just a game, a random ranked game. There's people watching you. So I really appreciate your willingness to play despite those nerves. So thank you very much. And the good news is, you should be can be more confident in the future. You've got a lot of talents. And I know we're not playing like the highest level of Rocket League right here. It's not SSLs, but this is still very high level Rocket League. And I think people like to think that if you're not pro, you're terrible. And reality is, to get to even champ level or diamond level, you're still in the top like 20% of the player base. And by the time you get to grand champ level where you're at, it's even higher. It's like top 5% potentially or less. So you're one of the best players in the world, especially showing here in this World Cup. And although you may not actually be the best player in the world, if you win the World Cup, you'll be the world champion. As far as this stream's concerned, you will be the world champion. So let's see if you come out on top. You got one more series to go. You will face the winner of USA versus Canada. We'll do one more question, Famad. Let me think. Okay. Well, we can do a couple more, but one for sure. Who would you rather face? Would you rather face USA or Canada? In this case, would you rather face Hedge or Frozo? I think it's their in-game name, but Frozo from Canada. Let me know which opponent do you prefer, or do you not have a preference at all? I'm gonna take this opportunity to eat while I wait for an answer. Excuse me. Hamad says Frozo for sure. That's a good answer. Food food went down the wrong pipe. Oh, but I'm all right. I'm gonna drink something. All right, sorry about that. Food went down the wrong pipe, but thank you for mod. It's still down there. All right, thank you for mod though. Frozo for sure. That's good to know, Frozo. I think it would be a very interesting matchup either way, but Frozo for sure would be very fascinating. And then if Jay also mentioning if he beats Hedge, then if either, because if they beat each other, they're more dangerous. Interesting. All right, a final question from let me think. Does it feel any different playing representing your country? Darn it. Now I'm losing my voice because the little piece of food got down there. Let me know, does it feel any different playing in like a show match? I don't know if you've actually played in a show match on the channel before, but what's the difference between playing ranked versus playing a show match and then playing a tournament like this where it's not just you're representing, but you're actually representing your country? Does that make any difference for you? Does it maybe that added to your nerves, or I don't want to answer for you, but is that any different, or if so, what are the differences, or does it just feel the same? Yeah, don't die on us. Yes. Yeah, let me know, Famad, if you heard me. What your thoughts are on that. Invincible says, Pat, you said I played the first match. Wait, did you? Did you play in a show match? Now I don't remember. Well, I thought you had the show match veteran title. I can give it to you if you don't have it. And then Falas says, yes, it makes a massive impact on me, makes me much more nervous. Oh, I gotcha. You representing country and people are also watching play on stream. I gotcha, Famad. Well, sorry to make you nervous, but I appreciate you playing. And the good news is you're representing your country very well, so don't feel nervous at all. All right. So there we go. That was the interview. Thank you, Pramod, for the interview. Thanks everyone for bearing with us while we had that interview. And now we're gonna move on to the grand finals. So, or not grand finals. What am I saying? I'm getting ahead of myself. The next semifinals. Grand finals is next. Pramod will be in the grand finals. But next up is USA 1 versus Team Canada. And quickly, we're gonna throw them in here. So let me accept Edwin's invite. Let me throw them in here. So we have got Hedge. I'm inviting Hedge, and we've got Frozo. Is Frozo on? Ooh. No worries, Famad. Where is Frozo? Frozo, you gotta get in the game. Well, you invited me to join your party. If that's the only way to do this, and we do it that way, sure. Alright, you gotta make me party leader, though. Thanks. Alright. Yep, Edwin, no worries. Funi and Famad are talking. I'm not gonna be able to read that. I'm gonna get this sorted. But, guys, we are gonna move on to the next semifinal. In fact, I'll leave that up for just a moment while I finish this one last thing. Let me know, well, this is USA East, right? Yeah, it's USA East, so it should be fine that way. Let me know if you guys have a... Let me know. For the whole thing? You know what? Sure. If that's what he prefers. We haven't gotten to Champsville very often. We can do it. Bruh. we can do it. It's just like, well, it removes the nice thing from Champsville. That's alright. Alright, so we're gonna do USA first versus Canada. Alright. And then let me swap the view here. Get Rocket League open. And then I'm gonna gotta change up these scorebooks. So it's gonna be USA first versus Canada. And we're gonna get the flags going here. Let me know in chat who you're cheering on, who you're rooting for. We've got USA versus Canada. It's gonna be very fun. Flags keep changing size. And we've got production. It's not great, but it gets the job done. The production today. Canada flag. The Canada flag that I got always looks too small because it's not the exact same shape. There we go. Canada versus USA. I'll move that a little closer to central. Maybe make it a little bigger. Here we got USA versus Canada. And we should be all set to roll. Now, reminder for any new viewers, we are at 425 subs. Whoops. I'd really appreciate if you help us reach our goal today, 430. It looks like we're not going to get there, but that's all right. But if you're enjoying the stream, I'd really appreciate it if you do subscribe, you know, if you like the content. All right, let's get going here. Everyone's ready. We're going to just roll right into it. It is Canada versus USA first and first team. And we're going to have to see if Team USA or Canada can come out on top. And while that's happening, I'm going to say, whoops, wrong thing. I'm going to start a poll. Who wins? USA or Canada? There we go. Poll in the chat. Let me know your thoughts. USA versus Canada. We're ready to rumble here. Frozo versus Hedge. Let's see what happens. You back Frozo because he's the worst player in Discord? I gotcha. So Frozo here, one of the high seeds, if not the highest seed, I'd say coming into the event, the #1 seed. But Hedge is certainly no slouch. USA is gonna have to put up a fight here, but it should be a lot closer than the last USA Canada match. Although that fake does not inspire confidence from USA, certainly does not inspire confidence from USA. Yeah, Edwin, I keep forgetting to save the replays. Thank you for mentioning it. I need to get the key. Like, I need to check after this game for the key that you hit so that it saves the replay automatically. Because I keep forgetting. But that's okay. Video's not gonna be great, but that's alright. We'll make a video anyway. We'll work it out. Here we go. A nice 50. What can Hedge do though? Not a lot. I know, yeah, if I had Baki's mod, I should have done that. Next time I do a tournament like this, we're going to get the Baki's mod thing where it just does it automatically. We'll do that next time. That's my mistake. Here we go. That's a nice opportunity for Frozo, and it will be a goal. 2 goals now for Canada. They're looking stronger than USA for the start here. For the start. Nice goal from Frozo. 3 goals up now. That's a good point, Invincible. Do you know what the button is by default? Because I know there's a button, I just don't know what it is. That's a nice goal, again, from Canada. Up 3 now. They are looking dominant. I thought it wouldn't be as dominant as their last match against Team USA, but maybe it will be. Let's see what Hedge can do. Turn this around. Speaking of turning it around, there he goes. Hedge gets USA a goal. Team USA down 3, finally gets himself on the board here in Game 1. And you have to imagine that USA is going to need this. Now, I just realized I also never updated the title, so I'm going to have to update the title after this, but we are on to the next semifinal. For any new viewers, we are currently on USA versus Canada. This is USA first team versus Canada. And the winner of this will go to the grand finals to face Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia did win the other semifinal, and we're on here to the final semifinal before the grand finals. And Canada is again the higher seed, but you certainly can't count out Team USA, especially after that nice goal from Hedge. Well, let's see what he can do here. Oh, you're on PlayStation? No worries, no worries. If you don't know the PC control. Let's see here. Hedge Havoc. We got people here cheering for Hedge. We got people cheering for Canada. Speaking of Canada, they've got themselves goal 4. Up 4-1 now. Let's see what can Hedge do. Turn it around, or what can Frozo do to just increase this lead for Canada? Frozo, what a flip reset Musty was that? Let's watch this back. Brilliant goal from Frozo. Might have been a ceiling reset. Nope. Flip reset. Musty flick. What a goal from Frozo. That's a goal to look back on and be like, wow. That's a goal there. Nicely done from Frozo. Let's see here. Hedge now on defense. Frozo gets it into the corner. Hedge can't do a lot here. He's going to have to collect the ball and hope the boost respawns. And it doesn't. Frozo walks it in. Unfortunate misses from Hedge. Just a little too jumpy in the corner there. They didn't need to be so jumpy in the corner. And instead, Frozo is going to get a free goal here. Brazil looking possible. This is unfortunate for Hedge. Again, you have to imagine it wasn't over. Oh, I think I've changed the camera up by mistake. So I'm going to quickly fix that. That's a weird goal. A nice save from Hedge. Oh boy, I think I took the camera too far. There we go though. Hedge trying to save it from Frozo. Does he? Not quite. Not quite. That's a goal from Frozo. That's a goal there. From Team Canada getting the job done. And now it's Brazil. This game's probably over. Probably over. Grand Finals best of 7. It's supposed to only be best of 5, but everyone keeps wanting to be best of 7. Maybe we make it best of 7. We'll see. We'll see. Here we go though. Frozo, nice goal, nice simple. Filing on the nets here. It might just be Canada versus Saudi Arabia in the end. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Jay asking how come Brazil gets added mid-tournament? It's a good question. I don't, you know, honestly, Jay, I just didn't think about it. No, I got you. Very funny joke though. Hedge putting up a fight though. Goal 2. They may be down 6, but at least they get a second goal here for Team USA. Let's see if I can make the comeback. Both players kind of faking each other out. Hedge can't get anything done, unfortunately. And Frozo's going to get the ball back in the air. Too early of a jump from Hedge, but he does manage to get back to the ball. Oh, tries for a wall dash. Unfortunately misses, and that may be a concede. And it is. 9-2 for Canada. Piling on the goals here. Piling on the goals. Frozo looking for another opportunity, but instead Hedge is probably going to get a shot at net here. It's too slow though. Frozo should save this.
What a save!
Hedge may have DC'd for a moment there. Going back for net.
A lovely header.
They do get the save, but Frozo a nice 50 afterwards.
60 seconds left on the clock.
Putting a KB1 on standby for if he made a grand final, he would play for you. Very funny. Nice from Frozo. Oh, we got a Barca. Yeah, my bad. We got a Barcelona, Jay. I missed it. We did get 8-2. We got all the scores here as Canada keeps piling on. Oh, it looks like they've left the game. So that is a game that they've conceded game 1. So there we go. That is game 1 for Canada. Well played to him. He gets up a game in the series. And we're going to move straight into the next game. Let me know in chat if you still believe in USA. 67% voting for USA. I'm going to leave a poll running. Let's go to the next game. Let's see how it goes here. Hedge is not done yet. USA is not done. It was a pretty dominant game 1 from Canada, but certainly not over. Frozo, what a goal. What a goal. He starts off this series with this game with a bang. He started off game 1 obviously with quite a few bangers, but this one's a nice flip reset to start game 2. Hedge already in the hole. He's not going to be happy to have to come from behind so early. Just 9 seconds into this next game. Unfortunate for Hedge. Here we go, another goal for Frozo. And indeed, that is going to be the goal. Now, it's not the game, but it's certainly starting to appear like this may be the rest of the series. The way the rest of the series is going. Let's see, though, what can be done. Welcome, Lecter6. Welcome back to the stream, actually. I believe you've been here before. Oh, we've lost a sub. We're at 424 now. That's alright. By the way, if you are a new viewer and you're enjoying the stream, I'd really appreciate it if you do subscribe. It helps us grow, but it's also completely free, and it'll help you get notified when I go live. If you're enjoying content like this, then, you know, consider it. Thank you very much. Speaking of content like this, Canada putting on a show here. Both their matches against USA have been stops. This one's looking, or the last one was, this one's looking to also be a stop. I have no idea, Foon, I have no idea. But what's interesting to note is that, the stomp, what was I going for? Now I've lost my own train of thought. But it's looking like another stomp here. And indeed, oh, I know I was going to say, USA won a game in the last series. I'm not too sure if Hedge will take a game this time. I feel like the game that Frozo gave up in the last series against USA was Frozo just messing around. And here, I'm not so sure he's going to do that. He looks like he's no nonsense. It's alright, guys. No, I shouldn't have even mentioned it. But I might have to update the ticker after this. But it's alright. Here we go, though. Hedge, a nice 50. Get a nice 50 save, but it's not enough. Frozo's going to get full 5. Hedge already left. Uh,
National goal.
that's giving up on this game. You forfeit. All right. Well, that's the series. I'm gonna make sure he's sure. You sure? All right. That's the series. There we go. Very simple forfeit. Sorry for the abrupt ending. USA has lost. 55% of voters were incorrect. Canada taking home. They were the 1 seed of the entire tournament coming in, so it's not too crazy. But the next 2 games were also forfeits, so 3-0 Canada. I don't even know why I updated that. And let's go on, move on to the bracket here and move them up. So Canada is moving up to the grand finals. It's going to be Canada versus Saudi Arabia. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a fun one. But before we start, really briefly, we got people in chat. Welcome, Frosty. Welcome, Frosty. Well, Frosty, I'm not going to let someone sub in. Sorry, Frosty. We lost another sub now I said that. This feels like a joke. Anyway, it's alright. That's pretty funny. Alright. Unfortunately, Frosty, I'm not going to let someone sub in. But we're going to move on to the grand final. But before we do, Frozo, let me know if you want to do a text. Voice chat. Perfect. We're going to do a voice chat interview. Alright, we're going to do a voice chat interview. Let me see if I can throw him into one. Let me figure out how I'm going to do this. So, I'm going to make a new voice channel. Boom. I'm going to call it interviews. Boom. Wait, that didn't work. Okay, so you're going to have to hop into... a voice channel, by the way. Frozo, hop into a voice channel. Wait a minute. So let me see if I can drag him in here. That's what I'm going to try and do. All right, here we go. Dom, how you doing? Awesome. I just realized... Wait, can you try speaking here? I don't know if the chat can hear you. If the stream... Oh. I don't think so. Guys, let me know if you can hear. I'm doing the interview right now. I don't think you can hear him, so I'm going to have to figure this out. One moment. Darn it, they can't hear you. Okay, my bad. Something's up with the audio. That's all right. Yep, I'm going to have to change the source, I think. Gonna check my settings. Sorry guys, I have to fix my settings. One moment.
I'm gonna vote myself. Canada's winning.
Okay, we fixed it. All right. So we've got Dom. Do you prefer to go by Dom or Frozo?
Doesn't matter. You can call me either or.
All right, we'll go by Frozo because that was your in-game name. So Frozo, actually, wait, I'm gonna change the view so they can see your card. Not that that really makes a difference. Here we go. Okay, Frozo. So you win the game, but obviously all three, it was 2 forfeits, and then the last game just completely forfeited. So how does that make you feel going into the grand finals? Would you have rather got the practice of playing it out, or do you like going in quicker?
I would have definitely liked the practice a little bit, because I did have to wait a little bit after my first match, and then I go into this one, only play like a game and a half. It's all right. I feel like give me 1 or 2 games, and I'll be warmed up in the grand finals.
Sounds good. So you're representing Canada. How does that make you feel? Is that more pressure? When we talked to our other grand finalists, they definitely felt the pressure for representing their country. Does that put more pressure on you, or is it just the same as any other game or show match?
It puts a little bit of pressure on me, It's like I'm still a little nervous, but after the first game, it's just any other game. I'm just getting used to it. Each series, 1 game at a time.
Nice. I'd like to hear that. Let me think of another question. So I should have had questions prepared. Oh, well, I guess this would be something I probably should say at the very end to the winner of the whole thing. But what do you want to say to your fans that have been supporting you so far? Because you have had some fans in the chat.
I like to thank my one fan, Invincible, for cheering me on. I appreciate it. And I might have to pull a fair here. I might have to ask everybody cheer me on so I can win this series and hopefully take down Famad, who looks very hot in this tournament for sure.
I gotcha. I gotcha. All right, we've got a request for the fans to be cheering you on. All right. I think I'll end it here. But thank you again for the interview and good luck
Yep.
in your next match.
Yep.
We're gonna get right into it. So just stick in the lobby and I'll throw Famad in.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. All right. Have a good one. Oh, he's already left. Perfect. All right. We've got the interview, guys. Let me know in chat if you enjoyed the interview. There we go. Thank you again, Frozo Dom, whatever you go by. Thank you for the interview. We're going to see Canada in the next one. So I'm going to quickly update while we're in this view the series information. We're going to change this to Saudi Arabia, and we're going to get everything rolling here. Got to change the flag, and then we'll be set. So pretty quick day, thankfully. Well, I would have liked to be a little longer in terms of that last series, but that's all right. And I know people want us to be best of 7. I'm sorry, guys. Yes, Famad, it is over. I know it was quick. I know he forfeited. Famad, the opponent forfeited. USA literally gave up, but that's okay. That's okay. So, all right, we're gonna move into here to the final game. I think everything's all set. So let me end this poll. And then we start a new one. Who will win? Got Saudi Arabia, Canada are the options. Let's see how we go. In the meantime, let me throw in Famad. Right to party. All right. Okay, so almost everything. Oop, I hit the wrong thing. Almost everything's ready. Alrighty. Yep. No P, no P. Any map preferences? Oh, I forgot to record the replay, but in my defense, it's because the game was really wacky. All right. Sure. Sure, Manfield Knight it is, unless we have a opposition. So, we're going to have to talk, I just realized, servers. So, for everyone in chat that isn't aware, this is someone that's living, I believe in Europe. He's representing Saudi Arabia, but I believe he's currently located in Europe, or at least near European servers. Meanwhile, Frozo, I believe, is in Canada, and either way is on US East servers. So, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go, but I think we'll start on US East and we might alternate. Coin flip for advantage or coin flip for server all games? That's what I'm asking. Sorry, guys, shorten this out. Yes, East. Game 5 coin flip. Okay. Okay, so if we get... Well, coin flip that. Good. Alright, guys, so we're just going to coin flip at the end. Welcome, Pestance. Unfortunately, we already have someone in Canada, Pestance, representing Canada. We're almost set to go. But in the future events, if you want to play in future events, you can check out in the description of this live stream. There is a link to my Discord where I organize these things. All right. All right. Okay, so we're starting USC, so we're going to alternate. Everyone's going to have to remind me to alternate. I'm always going to forget. But here we are. Saudi Arabia versus Canada Grand Finals. Let me update. I never did. Let me update it here. Canada versus Saudi Arabia Grand Finals. Here we go. This is for everything. This is for all the marbles. He is the higher rank, but you know, you never know. You never know. All right, we're going to do it. Boom. We're in. Game 1, guys, of our Grand Finals. It's just a best of 5. Just a best of 5, guys. I'm so sorry. But this is for the best. Let's do it. Best of 5. Starting off here. USA versus Canada. Wait a minute. No, it's not. What am I saying? Shoot. Let me change the names. Let me change the names. Darn it. It's not. Whatever. Saudi Arabia. I just forgot to change. Sorry. Changing team names. Sorry. Alright, I messed up. Guys. I forgot something. That's alright. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Great. Private match. Team settings. There we go. I faked myself out with those team names. Alright. Party only. It's not Champions Field. Really? It's really gonna do this to us? Here we go. Alright, we're in, guys. Here we are. This is it. Grand Finals, Canada versus Saudi Arabia. Oh my word. But here we are. This is it. Grand Finals. All the marbles on the line. And both these are dominant players. They both won 2 games to make it here. They made it through quarterfinals. They made it through semifinals. They have beaten England. They have beaten, Ireland. They have beaten USA twice to make it here. Well, let's see what we got going for us in this final match. Saudi Arabia might start us off with a goal here. They get a beat. Do they get the goal? And they do. Famad starts off the scoring with a nice 9 seconds in goal. Well played in. Frozo gets beat to the ball. And that's a goal. Well, let's see here what they can accomplish. Close one for Frozo, but he can't quite put it in. He does get a beat here. In fact, that's a nice beat, and Frozo will get a goal. Canada finally on the board, 29 seconds in. This game's all tied up. All tied up here, and that's pretty much to be expected. I think these are 2 very high-level players, and they're Champ 3 and Grand Champ 1 and 1, so pretty even. And Famad a little bit of a lower rank in ones, but I think they just have less ones experience, if I'm being honest, from what I've seen. I don't think they're a bad, worse mechanical player. Both these players have the mechanics. Speaking of mechanics, here's a set of mechanics from Frozo. A flip reset goal. Too much for Famad to handle, and that's a goal for Canada. Canada now up 2-1. This is pretty much what we've seen most of Canada's games. Frozo's had these mechanical outplays, been able to outplay his opponents. Here we go, though. Famad probably going to be the first player to really put pressure on Frozo in the kickoff department. Kickoffs very critical for 1v1s, and if Famad can win some of these kickoffs, he can win the series better than any other player that Canada has faced so far. But the kickoffs aren't going to be enough for Famad if he's losing 50s like this, losing goals like this. He pinches this into his own net. It was an unnecessary challenge. He could have went back to net, but that's alright. He's now down 2 goals. Lots of time on the clock, though. 4 minutes to go. Certainly can come back. And speaking of Saudi Arabia, 69% of chat voting in Saudi Arabia's favor, so a vast majority, nearly 70% of the chat in the favor of Saudi Arabia to win this series. I do think they are among the favorites, but that's what landed them here in the Grand Finals. And although they're among the favorites, there's 2 teams, 2 players left. At this point, they are not the favorite, but they're going to get a goal here and make me eat my words. Nicely done from Famad. He may not be the absolute favorite. I think that has to go to the #1 overall seed, Frozo in Canada, but he is certainly a favorite to go far, and he is proving it here, putting up a fight in Game 1 of the Grand Finals. Well, let's see Saudi Arabia if they can bounce back in this game, take game 1 of the grand finals. Certainly possible, only down a goal now with so much time to go. Brozo, meanwhile, he wants to win this for Canada. He's gone so far, done so much, and he wouldn't want it to end early here. Would not want it to end early here. Let's see, what can Famad do? There we go. He after the demo, he just gets a nice walk-in goal, and in fact, that's pretty much exactly what you want to see from the Saudi Arabian side, from Famad. He has got the potential to put up a huge fight against Canada, and it's going to come in those like grounded plays in the kickoffs. I feel like he is more solid on the basics than perhaps Frozo. But Frozo's going to have him beat in those flip reset type situations. But speaking of the basics, Frozo misses a basic shot. Famad gets the save, and that might be what puts Canada under, is if he can't finish those basic shots. Here we go, though. Oh, but no, it is another basic shot missed, and now that's going to be a 2-goal swing. What should have been an open net for Canada instead leads to a goal for Saudi Arabia. A huge swing. Unfortunate for Frozo. He couldn't quite put it in. Welcome, Tree Post. Frozo also goes by DJ Vinji in the chat, in YouTube chat. But welcome back. Welcome to the stream. Tree Post, we're in the grand final of the World Cup. The winner of this will be world champion on this stream, at least. World champion. Let's see what they can do. Their country will be the World Cup champions as well. Let's see what can they accomplish. Saudi Arabia trying to get another lead, a 2-goal lead here, and they will. 5-3 now. Famad, with about half the game to go, has finally got himself a sizable lead here. 2 goals the better. Can he hold on? Will he extend? Let's see. These are not pro players, Tree Post. It would be funny if they were. But, no. They're just viewers of the stream. But that's alright. We'll work our way up. Maybe one day I'll have pro player show matches. Not today, not today. But, you know, speaking of pro players, sometimes some of these players, you know, you never know who you interact with in Rocket League. Maybe one day they will be a pro if they're young enough. I believe Famad is 15 now. That's old enough that he probably isn't going to be in RLCS anytime soon. But you never know, and a lot of these young players can get better over time, work their way up to that level. We'll have to see how far Famad goes. Maybe they were discovering him early. I doubt it, but you know, you never know. Looking good here, and especially confidence might be boosted by winning a tournament like this. He's up now 6 goals to 3. Pretty dominant performance in this game so far. The next tournament in this style will be 2v2. The next World Cup tournament, I'll do 2v2. I don't know when that'll be, but I'm going to do another World Cup someday, and it will be 2v2. Bubble Pro, sure thing. I don't know about that, but speaking of Frozo, he's going to get a goal here, unless he misses this one, but no, he doesn't. He sinks this one finally, 4 goals to 6 now. Frozo's had some weaker moments, this was not one of them. A nice goal from Frozo, puts himself right back in control. Obviously he's losing, but he still has a nice chance to control the game here, enough time on the clock to get some goals without rushing. And speaking about rushing, Famad's going to be trying to burn that time, make him rush as much as possible as we get toward these later stages. But Famad may be going for another goal because he might not be satisfied with that 2-goal lead. He might not want to burn time just quite yet. But let's see what he does here. He does end up giving the ball away. Frozo doesn't have enough boost though to make a huge play. Although here he does. He hits a nice flick. Famad makes the save. Can't say too strong for Canada. It's looking like that might be the case. Saudi Arabia might get a 7th goal here. Not quite. Instead, Frozo is going to have to collect the boost and take a slow approach. Famad dunks him early, and it results in a goal for Saudi Arabia. The slow approach was too slow for Frozo. He couldn't get it over the rushing defender, or in this case, offender, as Famad gets a goal. It wasn't just to save on his end. It was a goal. It was a goal. If you guys want, you can both do Pakistan, for sure, for sure. Speaking of that, and anyone that wasn't aware, we had a lot of countries in this tournament. Obviously, only 2 remain, Canada and Saudi Arabia. But we had players from all over. We had players representing Pakistan, representing United States, representing England, representing Netherlands, representing Ireland. And I believe that was everyone, unless I missed one. So a lot of different representation here, and it was a pretty fun event. Not over yet, though, especially for Frozo, for Canada. It's not over. He's going to have to make a comeback. Maybe not in this game, but certainly in this series. Down 4 goals here, though, with 50 seconds. It is looking like Saudi Arabia is going to take this game. Next weekend stream time, unfortunately, I don't know just yet, but likely to be in the morning on Saturday, some point on Saturday. For morning for me, which is like around this time that I started today, around 10:30. We'll see. Not certain. Thursdays are at 8:30 Eastern Daylight Time PM in the evening for me, which is, or night really for me. But we'll see. If you are interested, by the way, in participating in these types of events, in the description for this, check the Discord link. Speaking of check-in, check out this Frozo goal here. A nice goal for Canada. Now, it won't be enough to get them this game, but it will be enough to put a nice bit of momentum in their favor going to the next one. A bit of a goal for the road, as you will. Frozo maybe get a second goal for the road, but no, a nice save from Famad. Just playing with the clock here is Famad. He's going to get the victory here, especially with the time dwindling away. But Frozo trying to get some more momentum for next game, and he will. A nice goal from Frozo. Only lost by 2 goals this game. Obviously, it wasn't as close as the final score makes it appear, but very interesting indeed. Let's see here what these players can accomplish. Guys, it will probably be some kind of tournament. I'm not sure. Or show matches. I don't know for sure. It won't be the World Cup. We're not going to do back-to-back weeks of World Cup. But here we go. We've gotten to the game here. I'm going to do a few things. So first of all, I've got to save this game. Game 2, or Game 1. Game 1 Grand Finals. In the meantime, what was I going to change? I know I need to change the score bug, but there was something else, right, I was supposed to change. Saudi Arabia get Game 1. Am I missing something, guys? Was there something else I was supposed to do? Oh, I was supposed to change. Yeah, we gotta change. Oh, we can say. Okay. Sounds good. I did save the replay. I did save. Check out Tripos. Check out the link in the description. It should say Discord. It's the description for this live stream. You should see it. Well, yeah, we'll see, Jay. We'll see. I have to figure out if I can do that this weekend. I don't know for sure yet, Jay. Here we go. Into the next game. I feel like there was something I forgot to do, but that's all right. We're right into it. Canada versus Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia up a game. Welcome to any new viewers. If you are joining us, this is the grand final of the World Cup. We're trying to figure out who will be world champion. Let's see what we can get done here. Edwin, we'll see. I'll let you know. Or if you're in the Discord, that's how I will let you know. So join the Discord. But yeah. And thanks, Treepost, as well. And we'll see Frozo, though, finally getting an early lead here. Canada starts out with I believe, their very first lead of the series. So nicely done from Frozo, nicely done from Canada. We'll have to see what they can accomplish in this game. There we go. Canada, another goal, but no, a save out of Famad. Famad getting the quick save there. It's going to be important for Famad to strike back quickly. I know that he definitely has the potential, obviously, to win the games. He won the last game. But I think Frozo's gonna, he said it in his interview that he's gonna feel out his opponent in the first game and then start slower because he got less of a warm-up in the semifinal. So according to Frozo himself, he's gonna warm up after the first game, and we might be seeing it in action here. Famad's gonna have to be wary of that. Both players usually start slow, but I do believe Frozo's had a slower start here. Finally getting some nice offense with the second goal. Well, let's see if Famad can put that fire down, or if instead the flames burn brighter and Frozo gets a huge lead here. Let's see what happens. Ooh, Jay and Azard, I gotcha, to represent UAE. For sure, if you're a citizen, yeah, you definitely can. I mean, you can represent, we're just letting people represent whoever, they feel, if they have like a, parents who were born there, connection or whatever. But for sure, if you're a citizen, obviously. Well, let's see here, though. The only thing, Jay, is you got to figure out if servers would be a problem. But hopefully not. And even if they were, we could obviously just make it work. On the Discord message, you'll respond, join so much. Yep, sounds good, Edwin, sounds good. And speaking here of the series, as I've been distracted, Saudi Arabia was losing, but as I was about to mention that, Famad gets a goal. And although they're still down 1, that's exactly the start you want to see from Famad. Finally starting on this comeback. It was only 2 goals, but it was still a lot, and that's cutting it in half. Huge for Famad. Speaking of Saudi Arabia, they are winning in the fan vote. 63% of viewers do believe Saudi Arabia will win. I don't know how much that is inspired by their recent game win. They just won the last game. But you have to imagine they were slightly the favorites. Frozo, though, Canada, the #1 overall seed, might be finally getting into the series until they let that goal in from Famad. Speaking of Famad, going for an air dribble bump here. Oh, just barely missed the bump. But he gets the secondary bump, and it's a goal. Not quite enough on the save for Frozo. He gets a save, but it wasn't enough of a save. And instead, the ball will still float in the net, especially after the second bump. Well played by Famad, getting himself a tied game here. 3 minutes to roll, 3 minutes to go. Tripo says your mom is Russian. Well, you can represent where where you live, where if you're a citizen of, or if you prefer, your heritage or whatever. I'm fine either way. But we'll see how we go. Reminder, it will be 2v2, so you will have to find a teammate. Here we go, Famad getting another goal for Saudi Arabia. Here we are at the grand finals. Famad's putting on a show. He's not only got a game, but now he's winning in game 2 after coming back from down 2 up 3-2. So a huge swing, 3 goals in a row. And if Saudi Arabia wins this, that was weird. If Saudi Arabia wins this, you have to imagine that's going to be potentially the series. A reverse sweep, I'm not so sure Frozo can do that. I'm not so sure he can win 3 games in a row. Speaking of 3 games in a row, Famad gets 4 goals in a row with a beautiful one here. He just beats Frozo to the ball, gets a nice goal. I'm going to watch this one back. It's actually, well, I guess it was pretty pedestrian, but the nice part is how fast he was to beat his opponent to that ball. Brilliant play. Brilliant play. Let's see here what Frozo can do as I'm distracted. Frozo does get a goal. Canada not going to go down silently here. He will put up a goal. A nice Doomsy Dish-esque goal. Brilliant from Frozo. Famad, the lead has narrowed a bit. The lead has narrowed a bit. Funny, you and Hedgehog from the same country. That's true. I don't believe they are. Frozo. Oh, he's tied up the game. Canada off the kickoff goal. Again, distracted by chat was I. But Frozo gets a nice kickoff goal here. Brilliantly placed. And he gets it in. So, suddenly, we have a game. This has been the closest game yet. Game 1 was a pretty solid victory for Saudi Arabia. Had the lead almost the whole game. Here, the lead is now exchanged hands, and we are back to a tied game. Can Saudi Arabia put it back on top? Ooh, that was a risky 50. A nice play, but now that they missed the demo, it certainly was risky. Oh, a risky play from Frozo just the same way. Exact same reasoning. Players making risky decisions, and it's costing them. Famad gets the goal here. Saudi Arabia back on top. Welcome Zazirs. Welcome Zazir Playsies. This is the grand finals. It is Canada versus Saudi Arabia. Now, they may have lost game 1, but Canada are right back in it. Only down a goal here in game 2. Frozo putting up a pretty valiant fight here for Canada. Let's see what he can do. Interesting to note, Canada and Frozo was the #1 overall seed going into this tournament. He is slightly higher ranked in ones than Famad. So, certainly, you have to imagine if he can get kind of maybe his nerves together. I don't know for sure what's holding him back. He can certainly put up a huge fight here. That's not a great situation to be in, though. Forced into the awkward save, but Saudi Arabia can't quite put it in. Here, though, is a huge chance for Famad. What can he do? Frozo into the corner. It's not great for either team. A lot of minor mistakes here on the goal line could be costly. Instead, Saudi Arabia leaves the ball, goes for an early air challenge, thinks better of it. A snapshot, but a save. Saudi Arabia keeps the 1-goal lead. 1:07 to go. This game is a necessary win for Canada, in my opinion. If Canada goes down here 2-0, they're going to be forced to reverse sweep in the best of 5, and I am not so sure that'll work out in their favor. Let's see here. Oh, another goal from Saudi Arabia. Nearly a save out of Frozo, but he couldn't quite make contact. That is 6 goals to 4. Incredible work from Famad. Saudi Arabia looking dominant. What can they do? 53 seconds. Canada needs a change. They need it quick. There we go. He gets the boost in the corner. It could be an easy goal for Frozo, but a backflip. An unfortunate backflip at the worst of times leaves Frozo desperate for a goal. Can't get it. Now it's down the other way. Saudi Arabia may get a 3-goal lead, but it's a whiff. But it's a double whiff. Both players whiff, and unfortunately for Saudi Arabia, they don't get a goal out of it. The good news for Canada, but also bad news for Canada, you have 30 seconds to score 2 goals. That's a flip reset. No! Frozo gets it a bit too wide. That would have been a beautiful goal. Unfortunately for Frozo, 20 seconds to go. He needs a comeback now. He's got to get 2 goals, and he's got to get them instantly. Frozo, this is one of his last chances. 10 seconds to go. Does he get a goal? No. Saudi Arabia is going to go up 2-0. This is going to be potentially the series here if Canada can't reverse sweep. Saudi Arabia looking dominant in the grand finals. What does Canada have in their back pocket going into game 3? Brilliantly played. Well done from Saudi Arabia. Yet again, another game win. Alright guys, it is match point. I'm going to quickly update the scorebook, and we're going to get right into the next one. These are best of 5, Caziers, so not over, but looking rough for Canada. They're going to have to get 3 game wins in a row to win the series. Let's see here. What can they do? Saudi Arabia versus Canada. Certainly not over, but it's not looking great. In the meantime, what was I up to? I'm going to check. Gonna check the chat here. Alright, I think we're still at the same amount of subscribers. If you are a new viewer and you're interested in the channel, please do subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. But here we go. We're going to get into the very last game here. 2 games are the better are Saudi Arabia. I updated the scoreboard. Yet we're ready. Sorry about that delay. Alright, grand final time. Saudi Arabia up 2-0. What can they get done? Well, let's see what happens here. If it's a sweep, it would be the one of the few tournaments, one of the few sweeps of this tournament. Certainly possible. Last sweep was forfeit. This one was not. Frozo, let's see what they can accomplish. Prevent the sweep or not. Welcome, not me, to the chat. At this point, it has to be something to do with being good at ones. Oh, for sure. Being good at ones is very important. Famad, I think he probably just doesn't play enough ones, or perhaps the server is the difference. Here we go. Brilliant from Famad off the initial 20 seconds. An early goal for Saudi Arabia. Well played them. And saying happy at least got a game off him. Oh, for sure, Funi, for sure. Invincible didn't play very well in that first round. I definitely think Famad's gotten more confident as he went, but Invincible, you did play very well. Speaking of playing well here, let's see what Frozo can do to bounce back. That's not great. That's going to be goal 2 for Saudi Arabia. A pretty great showing out of them. Well played, Famad. And again, there's a hole here that Canada has to dig themselves out of. Let's see what they can do. That's, oh, not a great start. Frozo's going to be on the back foot, but he will get boosted in ball. So not all bad. An early touch here, another air touch. Great play, but unfortunately it is saved away. This might be a goal here for Canada. A nice fake out, but Famad gets the save. Brilliance from Famad again on both sides. He's getting some brilliant goals. He's getting some great saves. Ooh, this is some trickeration from Frozo, but it isn't enough for Canada. Unfortunately, not enough. Thank you, Zaziers. Thank you, Zaziers. Oh, I appreciate it, Zaziers. I appreciate it. Yeah, I do RLCS videos, and I'm also doing live streams like this. Different show matches and stuff. Oh, nearly goal from Saudi Arabia, but a bit of a celebration too early for Famad. It doesn't quite go in. That said, he is up 2 goals, but here might be dangerous. He gets the save, though. Nicely done from Saudi Arabia. Good save from Famad. Still dangerous for him. He's only 2 goals up, and Frozo has the ball on offense. That's a bit of a flick too high, though. What can Famad do in this situation? He gets the ball. He gets the boost in the corner. Frozo's going to have a dangerous look here, though. A fake. Famad with the save. Dangerous, but Famad dancing around the goal line gets the job done. Famad, now he's on the offense. Musty flick. It is good, but it is saved. Frozo gets the easy save. Hitting it off his own corner. He's full boost now. This may be the Frozo we're used to seeing. Some flip, reset, fun goals. Oh, it goes for a air dribble bump. Unfortunately, missed on the bump part of that air dribble bump. It was on target, but it was saved away. Both players, high-level mechanical players. Frozo, I think, definitely has some flashy plays in him, but he hasn't been able to catch Famad out. Famad with some incredible saves all game long. Right now, it's been 2 minutes. It is scoreless for Canada, but that he will score off that brilliant double, perhaps triple tap. I'm going to watch this one back. Brilliance from Frozo. Perhaps a triple tap. It was a triple tap. Well played from Frozo. It took A triple tap to finally break down the defense of Famad. An incredible defender. He has so many saves. I'm actually going to hit tab here and check. Indeed, 6 saves for Famad. What a start to this game. That might be the most saves we've seen all series long. I would not be surprised. Brilliant, again, from Famad. Let's see here, though. What can he accomplish? Frozo hits it a long way. This might be a shot opportunity for Canada, and it is a quick shot, but a quicker save. Famad gets it down the other way. Another save to the tally for Famad. Frozo's been getting a lot of shots on target, but it hasn't been enough to break down Famad. Here's yet another one, another boost steal. Frozo making it dangerous for Saudi Arabia, but he needs a finishing touch. Here he misses another chance at that finishing opportunity, but Famad low on boost, going for kind of an awkward turnaround there, but he manages to make it. Now he's grabbing the boost. Oh, goes for a demo, but Frozo somehow gets the demo himself. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but either way, Frozo gets the demo and the ball, but couldn't get a quick shot. Instead, opting for a slower approach. This may be some trickeration. It might be a goal, and it is, but it is. Frozo nearly not in, but it was. Canada ties the game right back up. Yes, Zazirs, if you want to be in a tournament like this, join my Discord. The link is in the description of this live stream. If you join the Discord, that's where I notify people and get them involved in tournaments like this. You're going to have to react in the rules to get full access to the server. It's manual, but I will add you in, I promise, eventually. And, you know, speaking of adding in, I think Frozo's added on more to his offense this game. He's definitely got him a lot more going. And here he gets another goal. Now finally in the lead. Famad unfortunately missed the ball there, and although I think he did get the boost, it wasn't enough. So a goal for Canada, finally back in the lead. This is a close one. This is a close one. We'll have to see what they can accomplish here. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure what it will be. But either way, a good look for Canada to finally bounce back in this game, even if they do end up getting swept. Speaking of sweeping, Saudi Arabia certainly trying to bounce back, get a third goal, tie the game up. There we go. They get a demo, and they grab all the boost. They're going to get boost and ball here. Frozo actually challenges them quite quickly, but they're going to have to back off now. Here we go. A chance at a goal. Saudi Arabia, oh, but it bounces off the post. A boost grab from Famado will see them stay on offense. In the air, an early flip. Unfortunately for them, Frozo's going to read that perfectly, and he might get another goal for Canada. Frozo went for boost. I'm not sure I agree with that play. Frozo likes to burn time. That felt like a time-burning play, but he's only up 1 goal. No insurance. Here we go. Finally does get that insurance goal. Now up 2 goals with 52 seconds to go. Maybe Frozo knows what he's doing. Burning the clock was the right move, as with 52 seconds, Saudi Arabia might not be able to make the comeback. Oh, I appreciate it, Zazirs. I don't know about that one, but I appreciate it. I'm trying. I'm learning and doing it better the more I do it. So, casting, I mean. Getting better at it the more I go. If you haven't seen Zazirs, I put out a recent video about casting, so you could check that out if you're interested in that. It's called, like, Can a Random Fan Cast Better Than the RLCS, something like that. You can just check it out on my channel. And here we go. Here's a chance for Frozo. He already has a 2-goal lead, but he's going to want to burn as much time as possible. 23 seconds. This is looking like game. And with that, barely... Oh, it was a save, but it still may be game. 17 seconds. There's barely any time for Famad. I don't think he has time to score twice. Not with 10 seconds. That's enough. I'm going to call game here. Famad putting up a valiant fight, but he is going to drop a game here. We're going to go into game 4. Finally a game for Canada. Let's see what Canada can do moving into game 4 of this series. Diamond tournament. You're the best Diamond. You want to prove it. Here we go. Another goal from Canada. Well, Joaquin, maybe in the future, if I do something like that, you'd be notified in the Discord server. So be sure to check that out. Link is in the description if you want to be involved in events. People in your Discord casting versus your casting. I might do that in the future. That might be a video. GG's all around. Canada finally taking a game here. And we're going to have to move right into the next one. Let me update the score bug. And that's a goal. That's a game for Canada. Well played. I'm going to end the poll. 26 votes. Most people voting for Saudi Arabia. Let's do here. Reverse sweep. Suddenly it's beginning. It's on the road. Reverse sweep, yes or no. Let me know by your vote in the chat. And we're going to move right on to the next game. Alrighty. I'm going to roll right into this. Canada versus Saudi Arabia. We're into game 4. Saudi Arabia on match point, remains on match point, but Canada finally takes a game. Let's see what happens here. Let's go reverse sweep. Certainly possible. We got a vote for yes. We got a vote for no. It's certainly not out of the woods here, and especially if Frozo's starting off dominant like that. What a goal. Really great from him. Great start. Great start from Frozo. If Canada win this, they're going to go into Game 5 with a lot of momentum in the reverse sweep. But oftentimes the hardest game in the reverse sweep is the last game. So we'll have to see if Canada can do it. But they also have to get through this game. It's just a 1-goal lead. I don't want to speak too soon. Look what you added to your profile pic. I'm not so sure what you mean. But here we go. Oh, nearly a goal, but it is a goal for Hamad. I think Frozo had an opportunity to save that. Let's watch this one back. I think Canada could have saved this, but he kind of got surprised by Saudi Arabia here. Nice goal. Give me a moment, guys, as we're getting into this one. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, everybody. Here we are, another goal from Frozo. Wow, wait. He tied up the game out of nowhere. I leave and then he comes back. I'm so sorry, guys. I keep having distractions. We're going to get to the end of this series, though, but let's just say it's the right thing that it's the best of 5. I don't have time. Apparently, I don't have time for best of 7. That's all right. We're going to get through the best of 5 here, no matter how long it goes. Hopefully, we don't have too many long overtimes. But speaking of long overtimes, Bamon doesn't want this to go to overtime either. He's going to want to take this game in regulation. Nearly gets a goal there. It would have put him in the lead. We're only 50 seconds in, so it wouldn't be too surprised to see more goals here. Frozo actually will get one right away. So one of the closest games yet. A very high-scoring early start here. Nice from Frozo. Nice from Canada to fight right back into this. Zazirs asks in chat, do I think Furia will stay together? And if not, where do I think they would go? I think 2 of them are going to stay together on Furia, and they're going to get a new third. I don't know which 2. Maybe Card and Yan. Maybe they kick Lost. I don't know for sure, but I do think they'll make a change. Well, let's see. Frozo, that's a nice cut on Famad. But Famad's going to get the ball and has enough boost to potentially get a goal. And it will be a goal. Nicely done from Famad. There we go. Nice and quick. Ties the game right back up. So both players playing very well. Early snapshots. Unfortunately, Claim, this will be the final game of the stream. I'm going to end, not the game, but the final series of the stream. We can obviously have another game in the series. Once the series is over, that'll be done. But if you guys want to play together, people play in my Discord all the time. Check out the Discord. People, just ask anyone if anyone wants to play 1v1. I'm sure people will have some kind of private match going after this. And here we go. Another save from Frozo. Saudi Arabia putting on some pressure, but Canada is getting the saves. And they're going to have to. Canada's on match point here. I should say Saudi Arabia is on match points when I meant to say Canada cannot lose its game is the grand scheme of things here. Saudi Arabia will win the event, will win the World Cup if they win this game. And perhaps no better field to have it on than with all the international flags around the field here. As you can see, when it sweeps around, lots of all the international flags here. And that's exactly why this is a great field to end it on. Speaking of ending it on, Famad, with the goal here, will get 2 goals up and get 1 step closer to ending it all and winning the World Cup. Let me know in chat if you think. I think 62% of chat do believe in the reverse sweep, but Frozo, Canada down a couple goals now. Let me know if you still believe in that reverse sweep or what you want to see happen. It could go either way. Certainly wouldn't be too surprised to see Saudi Arabia close it out after being up 2 goals, but we have seen Frozo come back from down 2 goals before, and certainly he'll do it again. Maybe today, maybe another day. Here we go. Another chance for Frozo, another chance for Canada. Saved away. Pretty good save from Saudi Arabia, because not only does he get the save, he gets the clear, and he gets the ball. Although that's a poor touch, but it was still a really good save. Oh, a poor recovery, and that means Frozo is going to get a free one. 4 goals for Canada now, off just, again, a poor touch and then recovery from Famad. Just a bump from Frozo was too much. And Saudi Arabia only have a goal lead now. 1 goal, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game, half the game to go. You have to imagine it's going to be a close one. I don't know which way it will go, but this is looking like a 1-goal finish here. A 1-goal game no matter which way it spins. And there we go. Oh, nearly a goal for Canada. Just the unluckiest of bounces. That gives Saudi Arabia a chance, a breakaway opportunity here. Instead, it is saved by Canada's Dom. Or Frozo, I should say. Here we go. Oh, an air dribble open net. And it is. Frozo takes the open net. Let's see the replay here. What exactly happened? Famid missed the boost, and unfortunately, he could not afford to miss that boost. It left an open net for Canada. Canada ties it right back up. 2 minutes to go. Now, the last time Canada tied this up, Saudi Arabia got 2 goals in a row. Let's see here what they can do with 2 minutes to go. A nice flip restart opportunity for Famad. Nearly a reminiscent of an earlier goal. He goes for another air dribble bump. He's got quite a few of those in his back pocket, but Frozo sees it away. And, oh, unfortunately misses the flip there. They might get demoed for their troubles. Famad will demo Frozo, and in fact, that should leave an open net. Saudi Arabia are going to be up 6-5. Well played, Famad. This could be the series. This could be the game right here. It could be all over in an instant. Let me know in chat who you believe in, who you support. This is it, guys. This is the grand finals, the final moments of the series, of the event. We've only got one... only one team can win, and speaking of one team winning, Canada, they want to be that team. Frozo wants to be that player. He ties this right back up. 6-all with 1:33 to go. Brilliant plays from Canada. They're fighting for their lives, and Frozo will not go silence here. If he's gonna go out, he's gonna go out swinging. Speaking of swinging, another shot, unfortunately another miss. And he probably will go down if he doesn't start hitting more of those shots. Because, yes, he's taking them. Yes, he's landing some of them. But he's got to land more of them if he's going to want to beat Saudi Arabia. Famad has been an excellent defender. So you can't be afforded to missing when it is an open net. Speaking of missing, that one there is a save out of Famad. He is, again, brilliant on the saves. If we check the score here. In fact, he actually only has 1 save this game. But in the last game, he got like 7 or 8 saves. So he really knows what he's doing in terms of the defensive end of the pitch as well as the offensive end. There we go. A breakaway opportunity. Saudi Arabia trying to get an early shot. Instead, Canada will see the ball away. But no boost on the half of Frozo, so he's going to be dangerous here. Forced to make a low 50. Oh, he's low on boost. Forced to bop the ball up in the air and make his way back to his corner. Famad, a full tank of boost and the ball on his hood. What can he do? An early air pop, unfortunately, does not lead to much. But he does get the ball away. Let's see here. Someone subbed. Thank you. Claimed. I'll check it in a moment. Here we go. Oh, brilliant chance. Unfortunately, not enough. Let's see here. I appreciate everybody. I'll update that in a moment if that's true. But speaking of the brilliant play, Famad, he's kept this game tight. Oh, he might concede. Oh, and he will. Brilliant play from Canada. They score with a second left. I'm thinking that Saudi Arabia is going to get the last chance here, but unfortunately, a bit of a misplay from Famad and then getting demoed will leave Canada in the lead. 1 second to go. Do we see more heroics or Canada moving us to Champions Field? Famad, he keeps the ball up. He's got an opportunity. He gets it over one. It's going to bounce, but no, it hits dirt, and Canada take game 4. We have Champions Field, everybody. We're moving on to game 5, Champions Field. Let's exit the main menu. Champs Field on the docket. Champs Field coming up. Let me update the score bug. We're moving on to game 5. This is for all the marbles. Only one player can come out on top. Reverse sweep potential. 2/3 of chat believe in the reverse sweep. Let's see if he can make it. If they can make it happen. Now, again, a big reminder that the winner of this game now. This is the final game, and the winner of this game will be the World Cup champion. Let's see who can come out on top. I have a lot of faith. I had a lot of faith in Saudi Arabia after such a dominant opening, but now they've dropped 2 games in a row, and it's anyone's game. The hardest game in the reverse sweep is the final one, but getting here is massive for Frozo. Can he do it? Big on the screen right now. Let's see how he does on this first kickoff. Famad, Frozo. Famad wins it. Saudi Arabia may get an early goal here, and indeed it will be. Saudi Arabia start off with a bang. Famad already in shot. Wow. Confident, calling no reverse sweep, and indeed he gets the first goal. Surprising to me that he's actually listening to the audio, but he is listening to the cast. And speaking of listening, Oh, perhaps he should have listened a bit more to his intuition there, or not listened to his intuition. He fakes the kickoff. A bit of a mistake. Frozo will take that. Oh, maybe it was a miss. I don't think it was a fake kickoff, actually. Either way, Famad concedes, and we're tied right back up. Canada take no time in tying this game. Frozo versus Famad. Famad is going to win a second kickoff, so besides the one miss on the kickoff, Famad is usually been more consistent on the kickoffs. And that will be the big difference maker, as evidenced by goal 2 for Famad. Saudi Arabia right back on top. Barely 15 seconds in, we've got a lead here. Let's see how it goes. Famad versus Frozo. Frozo hitting it midward. And Famad actually is going to get ball and boost. So unfortunately for Frozo, he's going to be forced into a saving position. There we go. An early challenge from Frozo may lead to a goal. He's going to get the boost either way. Doomsday Dish potential. What a save from Famad. Nearly a Doomsday Dish from Frozo. Couldn't quite sink it based on Famad's touch. And speaking of Famad's touch, he's going to get it all the way down here. Nearly on target. Unfortunately, not enough. Also goes for a bump slash demo on Frozo. Can't quite get it. Dangerous for both players now. It's in the midfield. Could go either way. Frozo is going to get first bite at the apple. Does he get a goal? No. Famad gets a nice save. Although he misses the boost, Frozo is going to take all the boost here. All 3 big boost pads. And indeed, Famad's going to be in a dangerous spot. Booms it back to his own corner. But he has no boost. And it's going to bounce midward. Dangerous. Unfortunately for Frozo, he doesn't go for the shot. He goes for the bump play. I'm not so sure that was the right call. And speaking of right calls, Famad makes a nice call on the snap shot. But misses. His mechanics not quite on par with his decision making there. Speaking of mechanics, let's see what Frozo can do here with the ball on his hood. He goes for an early flick. I'm not so sure that was another the wisest play, but either way, he does get to see the ball on offense until it's taken away by Famad. Frozo though cuts it right back out in midfield. Both players not giving each other any room for comfort. Both players early cuts, early dives on the ball. And speaking of early dives, Frozo is just waiting at the midfield instead of going for a back corner boost. Finally, though, he will make contact, but that may be a goal for Saudi Arabia. Not quite. Famad, though, steals the boost away, and he's already up a goal. 3 minutes left in the game. All he has to do is see this game away, is hold on to that 1-goal lead. You know he wants more, though. Finally, though, it's a breakaway for Frozo down the other end. But like I said, early challenges, no respect either player. Neither player is giving each other respect. They're early challenging. And speaking of early challenges, that's a demo. So again, the lack of respect for what the other player is trying to do. Early demos, early shots, early challenges. And let's see if Famad continues that here with his corner boost steal. Does kind of continue that trend, but he ends up leaving the ball. Frozo. Ooh, nearly a cut from Famad. A bit of a miss, though. Frozo's going to get a 0 boost chance here, and he managed to score with 1 boost in the tank. I'm not quite sure how this worked out for him. Famad had everything in the tank, all the boost, all the opportunity. Frozo muscles his way into a tie. Reminder for any viewers, this is Game 5. This is for all the marbles. The final game of the tournament. The winner of this is the winner of the World Cup. Saudi Arabia versus Canada. Half the game to go. We're at halftime now. Only half the game to go. We are tied. Canada managing to build up a huge fight in the reverse sweep, but Saudi Arabia wants to end that here. They want to win the series in the Game 5. Canada, though, getting antsy here on the goal line, not the goal line, on the midfield line. And speaking of midfield line, they're all the way past it now. Canada going for a shot, but no, it's Saudi Arabia that saves it away. Both players, again, playing much more aggressive than we've seen before. They are not giving each other any space, as evidenced by Famad sitting around here going for early 50s. And now we finally got a dribble from Frozo. What's he going to do with this dribble? He goes for a fake, just drops it on his hood, goes for 50. Unfortunately, that doesn't work out. And Saudi Arabia may get a counter goal, and they do! Famad scores the counter attack with 1:42 left. Saudi Arabia lead. And again, this Saudi Arabia side went up 2-0, then dropped a couple games, and now we're here in Game 5. But Famad has righted the ship, turned the tides, and now he has the lead going into the final 1:38. But Frozo, if he has anything to say about it, he's going to end that lead early. He's got 1:30 to score, but he wants it now. That's a 50 that he misses, though. He's going to want that one back. Has to retreat all the way to his back corner, but he does get boost and ball. Famad, again, not giving him a lot of space. Almost goes for an early challenge. Opts for the save, but it's an air dribble bump. Frozo ties the game. Canada are not going out here early. We've got 1:20 to go. Both players are playing peak Rocket League right here. Another air dribble bump. We've seen so many. Who will win? We've got Kingdom of Saudi Arabia on one side. We've got Canada on the other. Both teams, both players playing on fire. There's a miss, though, from Frozo, but it was just to grab boost. He does see it away. Unfortunately for Famad, he doesn't have a lot of boost, and he might not have enough for the save, and not this one. He concedes. Canada up a goal with 1:09 to go. This is unfortunate for Saudi Arabia. They just had the lead. Now they're down a goal, but there is a lot of time. 1:09 is so much time in 1v1, especially when Famad can get these kickoffs, and he might get a kickoff goal here. Indeed, it is a goal. Saudi Arabia tie it right back up with less than 5 seconds off the clock. I can't believe it here, guys. 4-4 with 1:04 to go. We've got a game on our hands. Let me know in chat who you're cheering on. It could go either way. Famad, Frozo, another kickoff win for Famad, but this time Frozo's going to get back to it first. He gets the boost and the ball. A dangerous dribble across his own goal line, but based on the way that Famad's been playing, he's been playing very aggressive. I think Frozo knew he had the ability to do that. Speaking of ability to do that, he has the ability to score right here, and he will. Air dribble right into the corner, and it's nearly a save from Famad, but the Saudi Arabian player cannot quite keep it out. It's unfortunately just a poor touch from Famad, just a bit off, the pixels separating that from a goal to a save, but it is indeed a goal. Canada may get a 2-goal lead here unless Famad gets an early race back, and he does, only keeping it to 1 goal. Saudi Arabia desperate to keep this one out, but no, it's a misplay from Famad, and Frozo will score goal 6 for Canada. 40 seconds left. Canada now up 2 goals. Can they hold on to the lead, or Saudi Arabia fight back? There we go. Another good kickoff from Famad. It could be a kickoff goal, but no, it's a miss just right. They needed that one. That's an unfortunate miss with 30 seconds to go. Saudi Arabia is desperate now, especially forced into a save. He does make the save, but he doesn't have time. Can Frozo score? No. Canada can't quite get a finishing touch here. Only 2 goals up. Certainly enough time for Saudi Arabia, but they have to score quickly. It's going to be a snapshot, and it is! Saudi Arabia score with 17 seconds, but they're still down a goal. Famad, he's going to have to do more than that. He's going to have to get another goal here in the final 17 seconds, or Canada are winning the World Cup. Let's see here. Reverse sweep hangs in the balance. Frozo trying for it. Famad trying to prevent it. And with 13 seconds, he's going to have perhaps one last look at the net. And that's a good look, isn't it? It is! Famad gets demoed but scores. Ties up the game with 9 seconds. Unbelievable. We're going nearly overtime here with 9 seconds. This is golden goal territory. Can either player sink the game with 1 goal? It's a dead no kickoff. Frozo, he's getting an opportunity. Canada can win the game here. He goes for a delayed flick, and he wins, but no, 1 second remaining, but Canada on top. That could be game. Frozo, he's got the lead with a second to go. I'm going to leave this one to run back here, guys. 1 second on the clock. Famad, desperation measures here. This is game 5. This is everything. What can he do with a second to go? Nothing. Frozo kills the ball. That's the game. Canada reverse sweep. They have won the World Cup, the very first ASPAT 13 World Cup. Congratulations, Frozo. Congratulations, Canada. Thank you, all the players, for participating, especially Famad and Frozo for this grand final. They put on quite the show. Thank you, everyone. What a game. What a series. I'm in shock. What a great game, guys. Thank you, everyone, for watching. That was fantastic. Thank you to all the players. What a fun time. GG's. What fun. You guys put on a great show. Both of you should be very proud. I'm sorry, Famad, for your loss, but you put on quite the valiant fight. It was so much fun. I'm glad you guys played. I'm glad you guys, I'm glad it was such a great show. Thank you guys for playing. Thanks again, Frozo, especially, our champion. And we're going to quickly bring him on. I don't have a ton of time, but we're going to quickly bring him on for a call. Frozo, that same thing you got going that we did last time, get in the call if you got a chance. We'll quickly interview. Not for long, but I'm going to quickly interview him if he's got a chance. Just hop in the Discord. Oh, I'm muted. Let me unmute myself and then drag him in. All right. Okay, everyone should be able to hear you this time. So let me know. What are your thoughts? You just won.
I did, yeah. How's it going, ASPAT 13?
I'm doing good. How are you? How are you feeling after that victory?
It was a lot of ups and downs. I mean, going down 2-0 in a series, it's hard to come back. But like I said it before, take it 1 game at a time. That's what I did. Climb my way back up and ended up winning the series. So I ain't complaining.
Yeah, incredible job from you to get the reverse sweep. A lot of fight clearly shown, especially in that last game. I think you tied up the game, right? Or actually, he tied up the game. Saudi Arabia tied up the game with like less than 10 seconds, and then you scored in that 9-second kickoff, and with only 1 second remaining. What was going through your mind in that final kickoff before you scored, like to get that final goal?
My mind? I was like, holy crap, there's no way he tied it up. I was like, no, honestly, I was a little tilted about it that he tied it up. So I was like, I
Gotcha.
can't believe I let this 2 goal lead slip away from me. But you know, sometimes you can't control the way the game goes. And fortunately, it went in my way. So
Nice, nice. All right. Well, I'm really again. Congratulations, you are the first World Cup champion. Uh, there was no official prize, but we've done before. I don't know if I can trade with you. Actually, I don't think I can. But so never mind. But
let's see. I think because I'm PC.
on PC, but it's telling me I can't for whatever reason. Oh, there we go. Okay, great. So you can have a random limited item that from my inventory. We've done that before. I didn't. That wasn't an official prize, but I've done that before for show matches, and certainly this is deserving of that. Well, we'll make it two.
Yeah,
Just so any of these limited items. Well, except there's like one that I use. It's the pink. Let me find it.
overgrowth.
Overgrowth. Yes, but any other one, including the other colors of overgrowth. Let me know what you want, or if you have anything in mind.
Yeah, yeah. Can I speak about Famad or?
Yeah, go for it. Sorry, you can do more. Go for it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the thing about Famad, he's very good. Um, like his play style is nothing like I've seen before. So he was very unpredictable, and
Nice.
that's why he dominated me the first 2 games, and that's why I couldn't really get a grasp on his play style, and I still can't get a
Gotcha.
grasp on his play style.
I see. I see. So you, well, you might have figured him out by the end if you reverse sweat, but I get what you're saying. You still are learning. Uh,
Yeah, I felt really uncomfortable playing him the entire series.
gotcha. It might be different styles from different regions. I know that's definitely a thing. I've seen
Yeah,
in action. So, but awesome. Yeah. Congrats again. Let me know what you want. I'm gonna try just because I have somewhere to be. I'm just trying to end it quickly. But let me know if you have any items you would like, or if you don't know offhand, we can do this another time. Give them to you. But either way,
I don't know. Just yeah, I don't really know offhand. Just let's see what you got. I'll just pick 2 random.
sure. Well, like what type of item would you want to look at? Goal explosions or decals or
Uh, doesn't like really doesn't matter to be honest.
okay,
Maybe toppers.
toppers. All right, all right. Let's see here. Hide filters. Uh, there's these. I don't know. There's some random ones I've never seen before.
Yeah. Oh, I'll take the cheeseburger one
Okay. Uh,
and hustle browse.
okay. Wait, which one's the hustle bro already? Oh,
It's
okay.
the
Do you have any?
yeah
Well, I have so many of those. But I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll give you the Paragon ones. The Paragon doesn't really mean anything, but it's like a
yeah.
whatever. It tracks a different stat.
Hey, you want a cookie?
What?
You want a cookie?
I'm good. I mean, if you want to give it to me, sure, but I'm fine.
You have a cookie.
Thanks, thanks. All right, here we
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
There are your winnings. Thank you again for playing. I really appreciate also you coming on for the interviews. I really appreciate it. So
yeah, for
congratulations.
sure.
And you will get I'll give you some kind of title in the server for being the World
Okay.
Cup champion.
All
That's
right,
like
I'm
the
gonna
real
go to
prize.
sleep. I'm gonna
Alrighty.
sleep right now. I'm extremely sleep deprived. Thanks for having me.
Have a good one. See ya.
Yeah, you too.
All right. That's it. Thanks everybody. Let me switch it up. Thanks everybody for watching. We have our winner, Canada. Whoops. Let me change this around. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. Here we go. Canada is the winner. Like a big Canadian flag. Thanks everyone for watching. That's the end of the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe if you're watching this after the fact on the VOD. I appreciate you as well for sticking around to the end. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the stream. With that, we're going to call it here. Look out for a World Cup Part 2 at some point with 2v2. It probably won't be next week. It'll be sometime in the future. But I'm going to have more tournaments like this every Saturday, or at least show matches. So if you're interested in show matches, interested in tournaments, definitely subscribe. I really appreciate everyone for watching. With that, we're going to end it here. Thank you, everybody. Have a good one.